This was in. Because
You're probably right.
There's plenty
I
of
haven't heard
2025 left.
There's still time. There's
yeah,
still time.
They're gonna make it happen.
I have faith. Nah, they got Five Nights at Freddy's now. They don't need spawn money.
Ah.
That's fair.
All right,
Which
friends.
I
Legendary.
Say hello to the stream.
didn't hit the first.
Oh,
I-
we're already
I-
on. No countdown.
Ah,
No, I had started the thing. I said, "Hey, are we ready to switch over?" And then you were all like, "Yes."
Oh, that's not what I
Oh.
heard.
Yeah.
I heard, are we ready to start the countdown?
No, stream started a little while ago.
Okay.
Yes.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, say hello to the
Hi.
stream. We've
Ah.
switched over now. We look great today.
Internet, what's up?
We are great.
Here, make me a little bigger. Now I match you guys a little better. All right, so today we have a couple of things to take care of. We'll be joined a little bit later, hopefully, by Skane for the usual shenanigans. Meanwhile,
Gane.
it's the beginning of our session. Anybody who has Spitfire and doesn't have as much luck as their Spitfire score can mark that up. If you have any other abilities that begin or that trigger at the beginning of a session, you can do so now. And otherwise, once we get through those, I think, you can mark an experience on a miss, I believe. But I think there's
Fantastic.
consequences.
Yeah, well.
Okay, great.
I
We love a good consequence.
This is how it's
the consequence is I have to replenish my supplies.
Oh, okay.
That's not that bad
No, it's
as
not
far
very
as
bad.
consequences go. I have
Especially-
ship questions for you.
Oh,
when
yes.
you get a
of
minute.
course. Let's go through those before we
Uh,
start.
Well, I don't know if maybe I'm cutting into your initial stuff, but we had discussed last time working through night, me on fire, illuminating big lantern from Cray's friend illuminating, and then I didn't know how that was going to reduce the damage that I have marked on the ship stuff.
Yes. This is going to... We're working through the night and not cutting out early, right? We're going to let them finish their work. Is that what we've decided as a group? We've extended their
Yes.
working hours, but we're going to let them complete it. So you'll be fully repaired. All of your wreck will be removed.
Excellent.
And the current plan, unless something changes, is that your armor is also refreshed.
What is that with regards to this sheet? Because I don't know.
That's a great question. Unfortunately, I think it's like an unnoted sort of thing on there. It's just in your kit that you have it. I'd probably make like a tally by essentially by the wreck. That's your optional armor. And I believe it's a
so we
2
have-
harm armor.
Armor,
let
2
me-
armor. Okay.
The
I do remember something about this,
Dark
but
armor
I don't.
vault, 1 armor.
1 armor. Is that in our?
It's under your
Yes,
kit.
that's in our kit.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep, I see it. 1.
In addition to that, with the additional work done by Cray and Elminister, there is now a spiked reinforced prow, which will
And that
let
gives
you...
us our ram attack that I
Yes,
wrote down. that I got.
Exactly. It's likely to be a one and done. It does cause 1 wreck and can be repaired the same way your armor can. So in the same way that you're currently deciding how to track that, you can add your, essentially, whether your prow is still a weapon or is in need of repair.
Okay. I have that it causes 3 wreck, but we will take 1 wreck. Is
Yes,
this correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Then I think boat good to go.
I will add that there is an additional chance of ending up either like grappled or temporarily stuck in the ship or creature or anything that you so choose to ram this way. You are like spearing into it, so you may end up with a ship trouble of some kind, depending on how things go. Roll heights or roll numbers and things like that. But kind of the things you'd assume. If you run headfirst into something with a spear on the nose of your ship, potentially you go through it, potentially you get partway through and you hang out.
Fair.
But yes, I don't see anywhere to mark anything like that on the ship sheet.
No,
Great.
I've got it just in the notes.
Yeah, thank you.
Part.
Okay,
Can we ram the law as a concept?
the law is a concept. Yes.
Great. We're doing that first chance we get.
So this is a sex thing for you, or?
Sure? I don't know.
Okay, alright.
I'm
listen,
actually
I'm not here to
unsure.
judge.
I'm gonna judge.
You're just, you know, the
We'll
jury and
experiment
execution,
on
man?
the fly.
No, I'm just the fate that's here to tell you the consequence of your actions. You know, that's all.
Yeah.
There's no
Yeah,
rulings
so you're
to
not
be
the
made.
judge, but you're the.
Sounds
you're
really
the jury and
safe over
execution.
there.
Right?
Yeah.
You
You can
judge
trust
the
me.
consequences.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
The fate is in my hands, and you don't have to worry at all.
That's famous last words.
So pretty shortly into this, Nathaniel's going to come down to the captain and go, about how much time do you think we have before we leave?
Well, as I see the horizon is lightening up, I imagine we're going to leave as soon as possible. Unless there's things that you need to do, Doctor.
I really wanted to visit that temple again. But I suppose I don't have the time for that.
Elaborate. What do you want to do at the temple? And who do you want to do it to?
I really like her eyes.
Is it going to steady your hand?
My hand will not be affected either way.
Tell you what. I'll give you about till mid-morning. Do what you need to do. Take whoever you need to take. And if you need to make a quick getaway, work the timing out on your own. Deal?
Sure.
Do you need me there?
I don't need anybody there. I don't know what's going to happen. I've never taken a mermaid before. This should be fun.
Works for me.
Alright. I'm going to head off.
Yeah, the sky begins to lighten. They've worked through the night with the help of your captain as the... let's see, I don't think I'm allowed to say human torch.
Copy. Trademark.
I
am
the fireballer, if you will.
The humanoid brazier. That's my.
Oh,
Okay, the humanoid.
I don't know if we can recover from fireballer.
Oh God.
And with a sea critter helping with any of the underwater lighting situation, giving your ship a really kind of unearthly glow, by the way, as this light from underneath it shines up, diffused through the water. It's a very interesting scene that you put on as the hours of dark grow again into the wee hours of morning. But in that time, there are still things you can accomplish. As the sun begins to rise, shops also begin to open. Most of the lower tiers that cater down to the sailors are open basically when the sun rises. If you needed something more specialty and less catered to, folk of the free, you might have to wait a bit longer for them to wake up. You know, perhaps the tea shop up in the market district wouldn't be open until a bit later in the day.
At this point, I will just tell the crew that helps prepare the ship for send-off to get it ready, get everything ready to go. I want nothing waiting, but mid-morning is the plan.
Okay.
If it's that close to morning, I'm not doing anything. There's too many obstacles in that juncture.
How much time do you need?
Well,
You
but
want
it's
half a
morning.
day?
No, but it's morning. And there'll be petitioners.
Midday. I will
There'll be
say.
No,
That's
but
fair. You're saying that you don't want to deal with the onlookers per se.
We're sort of in the sun barely reaching above the horizon, you know, light coming up over the edge. You have some time before things are properly opening up.
I understand that,
Okay.
but because of what they do and how that particular branch welcomes the needy, they'll be there early.
This is something that's important to your character. If you would like to sort of zoom in on this scene happening in the wee hours of night while you still had many repairs to be done, it's certainly a possibility. Our end for the last game was, in fact, as the sun fell beneath the horizon and light was suddenly needed, it would not be unreasonable to pick this up there with our morning sort of.
Then yes, if it is night, then yeah, I will.
Yeah, I would have. I mean, you would, as the doctor, I don't think you would have needed to be there for ship repairs unless there's somebody got hurt. So I would have okayed that, no issues. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want the onset of are the ship repairs done is not to limit your ability to go out and do things. They will be done by perhaps mid-morning, ready to go because we've worked through the night. But we did end our evening, in fact, as the sun disappeared and light became needed. Hey, hi, hello. So.
Black void.
Void. Eyeball.
I see the void with eyes.
Okay.
Anyway, but then yes, I will head up and see if.
So there's only a couple of things as we sort of pick up then in the evening, with the sort of spectacle you've drawn by creating this much light down on the end, right? There are, as I said last time, a couple of onlookers. There's obviously the crews that are still working, and the other crews that are doing their best to either get out on their own, or to otherwise use the light you're providing to do their own things in the docks past the hours we'd usually be able to maintain. So there are a couple of people you see as you pass through, but mostly the kind of people you'd expect to be on the docks late at night, or, you know, trying to use the cover of darkness to get literally out from under some of the Navy influence.
They're ne'er-do-wells.
That's right.
If anybody comes to check specifically on me, I want to play it up like it's like a trick, like I'm performing. I look like a jester anyway, so like I'm that, but just doing a little.
Really quickly, I'd like you to roll that for me, because that sounds like a clever trick, which would certainly fall under hoodwinking someone. We'll just see how people feel about what they're seeing happen here. I believe that's
You're gonna
plus
get
your
a few
vinegar.
coins like a street performer.
Yes. Maybe I'll make $1.
Convincing lie is hoodwink. The other one is.
Clever trick.
Clever trick
is vinegar, or hoodwink is polish. I'm not. I don't know. It kind of falls between the two.
Yeah, I'd say take your pick. The big difference I'm noticing is if you roll well for your clever trick, is you get luck.
Yeah, my vinegar is ass, so I'll pick. You know what? No, it's an experience opportunity. I've changed my mind. It's D6s, right? I always
D6s,
forget.
yes, 2d6.
And vinegar. So. Fuck you, stupid fucking.
Hey, you know what? That's not a failure, though.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted the XP
I
for
see.
one time.
Uh,
All right.
do you want to spend a luck against yourself, or?
No, I'm not gonna waste. No. No, I will take my success and begrudgingly enjoy it.
Okay, here's what I'd like to say then. At the small, onlookers, these are dockhands, other sailors. This is not a place that the fine folk come down for entertainment. But
Right.
of the free that make their way kind of through and spot this happening, only a few gather. The ones that do are quite enamored. There's a couple of
I'm
coins and other gems.
Pretty hot. What can I say?
Exactly,
Sorry.
exactly that. No, people are impressed. They find it absolutely a marvel. If you've put out a little thing for coin, there are a couple of people passing you as though a great entertainment, some gems, some coins, some other bits of gold.
Prey is just watching from the ship, probably having seen this stupid fucking routine before.
Absolutely.
And just
Yeah.
looks down, there's like shakes his head and goes back to working on the ship.
Are you doing any like tricks, like are you juggling fireballs or
I mean, fuck yeah. Yeah, it's absolutely. I will
That
do.
sounds good.
full performer?
I am full performing at this juncture as and maybe I'm even weaving tales of the bleak omen in to like spread our influence more. And just
Okay.
talking about the
That sounds like you.
yeah.
Like how you learned this
like-
cool fire trick fighting this demon upon the omen with the
Yeah.
crew, kind of like really just playing out your. Not only is this a trick, but also this is the omen and you should fear us. Look at what we do just for fun.
Right. This is how we enjoy ourselves, so beware when we come to port. I don't know.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind. It's going well.
It
People
can
are
even be
impressed.
played off that way because I didn't pre-think about it. So it could even be like I didn't pre-think about it in game either. So
Yeah. All right. It seems like it's working. People are believing you. They're impressed. Nobody's getting really too close, especially as you start really doing some bigger tricks with your fire.
they would. Yeah, I mean, they would feel the heat. It's
Mhm.
not fake. So
Yes, some people are impressed. Others, too scared to come close. You spot again that boy on the shore with his owl. Observing.
is the owl with him this time?
The owl's back.
Do I recognize the owl?
Recognize how?
Because it attacked me. Would I be able to recall like the color,
Oh,
the-
yes,
the-
certainly.
plumage, So, I need to stand in this spot to illuminate. I can't really. Fuck. Oh. As I'm juggling, I clap, and I go, Flamingo. To
Aye,
me,
Captain.
boy.
Aye, Captain.
Look at this
Sure.
man's hideous disfigurement. This is a boy that did not know the ways of the bleak omen, got too close to the captain, performing the trick of merriment that you see before you, and lo, burned scorched. Now, this is an important tale for you all, but mostly for those of you who are young. You, boy in the back. Flamingo, please, gather this boy for me. Bring him so that he may hear my tale closer.
Aye, Captain. I'll go try to get the child with the owl closer.
Okay. I'm going to put that on a brief hold while we see what the doctor slinks off in the commotion. Since
Absolutely.
that's part of our plan here.
Doctor needs to slink.
That's right.
Go for
Doctor,
it.
you're slinking off alone? Do you have any accomplices?
I do not.
Okay.
The other people are working on the ship who I would bring.
Technically,
I bring to the point. If I'm never going to be accompanying people because I can just be there.
That's true.
I say, that's fair.
If he senses your danger.
I have to roll
you're
for
safe.
that though.
Speaking of being there,
Mm.
I usually ask this, and we did get a little bit derailed from our beginning, which is fine. Um,
Sorry.
do you remember when we left off? That in fact Inigo had been doing his best to fall face first into the gaping maw of the
Oh shit.
anglerfish. Yeah, no, because we got
Yeah, I
directly
did.
into the ship
Uh-huh.
status,
God,
so I didn't ask where do you remember where we left off, and so here we are past this a little bit. But since we've already backed up once, I think one more time.
Sure.
As he dives towards the water, helped overboard by a companion among you, all accustomed to hazing of his own, Swabby. There's a large anglerfish. Casting light, he falls into the glow of the sea. What happens?
Do I just get to choose what happens?
Within reason, yes.
All right, so I figure here's how this goes.
He dies and rolls a new character. Like,
Wop, 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 wop.
Do I have
Where's
that power?
the
I
guy?
don't. This isn't my game. I shouldn't have that power. I'm
you
not
don't have
taking
that power. That's why I said
Okay.
technically you could try. You could have lots of power.
I figure for narrative purposes, it looks like it's gonna be bad, and then it's not. I think he dives in because he was jumping in, right?
He was pretending and then fell with a little bit of a shove. Yeah.
Oh, and he's in the thing in the air, and I do want
I-
like out of the water, just like, la, la. And it looks like he gets eaten. It goes down, and there's like 3 seconds of, well, fuck, now what? Before, patoo, and he just like flips, like just spat out into the air, and then just lands on the deck.
I feel too there should be a point of clarity that he did not jump or fall. He was pushed by one of the guys.
By Swabby
That's fine.
Austin.
Yeah. Not that
So
it
I want-
matters or
I
changes,
want
but
like 5 seconds of them going, oh shit, did we get somebody killed? And then he is bodily ejected from the sea and spat back upon the deck in a comedic fashion. So
Swabby.
no actual consequences.
Swabby, for his part in this,
Slimy.
will... Slimy?
Slimy good.
For his part in this, we'll go, oh gosh, hey, no harm meant there, buddy. You know, the Cray's friend down there is usually pretty good about these things, and he looks a little bit more concernedly overboard, not getting near enough for you to fall, and says, pats you on the back, helps you up off of the ground, and his hand comes away with like trails of goop. And he's like, yeah, well, at least I'm not in charge of swabbing anymore, huh? Have a good one. And he wanders.
Where possible, I would like it to be my little anglerfish buddy to ingest again, kind of like mockingly stalk Swabby, like uncomfortably stays kind of close to like where he is, just so like he keeps looking down and is uncomfortable, like it senpai noticed me,
I see. Yes.
but
Absolutely.
not actually do anything.
This is a thing you're
Unless we
noticing for certain. You even pointed out perhaps to others, heckling among the crew, not an uncommon thing. So, you know.
Fun.
That said, as we move
Good
forward
fun.
again, Inigo, really slimy when you sent him off to fetch the boy.
Mhm.
In fact, all of this together, though, does help the doctor slip away off into the night. Are
And
you?
I
Go.
no.
Where are you headed?
Go would be murdery, Mr. Doctor.
I'm headed back up to the Temple of Dagoth.
So we fall here. Then, the temple.
Such a cool picture too. I like this.
I stole it.
That's the best. The best stuff is what you
Rule
steal.
1, DMing, steal everything.
That's right.
Yep.
I'm becoming quite successful. And well within this place, as usual when you arrive, although it seems to be mostly not closed for the evening, but lots of people are sleeping. The people here now are either the most devout or those of the faith who live in the temple. Very few people outside of the followers here. Um, and as you approach, you do notice this. The doors are open. It's lit inside, but not overtly so. And mostly the priests and priestesses wander about.
Wander in, look around, see if I can find Lillian.
It is easy enough to find the woman you look for. Lillian, the priestess, is both familiar with you and expects your return. You did tell her you would come back. She exists in my pictures for the stream. Here she is. Aside from the glowing eyes here, a little bit more subtle. This is what the woman looks like as she approaches you. Clearly as comfortable in the water as on land, or perhaps more so. And she smiles as you approach. Oh, Sebastian, right?
Yes.
It's so good to see you again. It's quite late. Is everything all right?
Yes, I was... Due to some unforeseen circumstances, I will be unfortunately leaving shortly. But I wanted to come and check on you and make sure that you were okay.
Oh, that's so kind. Yes. It's been fine. The wound you tended has healed completely. It's not bother at all. And
Completely?
oh yes. And she'll, with her little mark, be happy to show you that there is no longer any sort of wound. One of the blessings of the Ocean Father is that we don't suffer ailments long, typically.
Oh. That is the other thing I wanted to discuss with you. More of that.
Oh?
If you don't mind.
My faith?
That and the benefits that you have obtained from your faith. It's curious and awe-inspiring at the same time.
Oh, well, I'm happy to tell you more about it. Would you like to come sit? I was just preparing some tea.
Oh, of course. I would dearly love some tea. If you don't mind.
No, of course, of course. And she will lead you back along the path into a smaller chamber where you can see a couple of things around you. There appears to be a seating area. There are a number of books on a couple of bookshelves along the wall. And for the most part, except for a trickle of water that seems to come out of the wall and down into a small pool, it's a very dry space as opposed to the sort of central chamber. There is a small cook fire over which is a kettle and a couple of spots where you can see people have come and been sitting recently. There's a discarded teacup already over onto one side, and she goes to collect 2 fresh ones as you join her in this space. Well, I suppose there's plenty to tell, but I find when somebody is interested in our faith and what that looks like, it can sometimes be about our practice and sometimes be about what the nature of our devotion brings to us and our communities. It sounded perhaps more like you were interested in the latter. Is that correct?
It is more of a interest in how your religion guides you to do the things you do for those less fortunate. And doing that, I assume you gain benefits. It
Well,
is all very fascinating. It is a reward system based off of what it seems to be, I should say, is that it seems to be based off of the good you can do, not just power for the sake of it.
there is
It's
some degree of both. Um, One of the core tenets of our faith is to support the communities that welcome us. And as the power that comes from such effort grows, to be known in a community, to be supported by a network of peoples, there is additional faith we bring to the Ocean Father. It's difficult to ignore a god who so clearly and openly provides. As that faith and that knowledge spreads and grows, so too does the Ocean Father grow in power. And through that, he bestows upon his most faithful additional boons.
again, it's fascinating, and as to how it works, because it, like I said, it seems to be the more good you do, the higher up you get, and therefore the more power you obtain. But that is not the goal, right? Am I interpreting your words correctly?
She does look at you, and there is meaning in what you're asking, or at least implication. She recognizes this, and she says, "Well, there are some who certainly find that the power they receive changes their relationship to their faith. It's a tricky business for certain. Um, but
How
yes,
so?
the accepted and valued of of our faith is that the more good you do, the more powerful you become. In fact, I have not been sick with more than simply a tickle of my throat or a small scratch in many years.
Oh.
Um,
Do you get sick like normally? Like, is that a? I genuinely curious. Is that a thing? Like, you don't succumb to like bad food, like poison in that fashion?
well, I can't say I'm certain one way or the other that I've ever been poisoned to know whether I would react to
Oh,
such a
I
substance.
mean, fair,
But
fair, but
and
You
I
want to change
believe
that?
you noticed that
hence why I'm asking.
I believe you noticed that even prior to the boons of my faith, I was not simply a human.
I I noticed. I didn't know how comfortable you were. I didn't want to bring it up.
There are many strange among the free and even the law. It is ideally not something people judge us for, and yet I do find my comfort here in the temple where it is most welcome and perhaps beneficial even to such a faith. Um, but yes, I'm unsure, and where things have changed between my natural composition. That's not the right word. It's good enough. And that was me. I can't think of the right constitution is the one. My natural constitution and the boons of my faith. The line it grows blurry the longer I live.
it leads into the next question, and I hope you do not take offense. Um, how old are you? Does it increase your life? Does it like grant immortality like some stories would have gods do?
The humans among us do find that they tend to outlive their peers by a number of years, but I would not say that that is immortality. Um, eh, it's harder to gauge when one of the powers of our deity is this health, this.
Uh, that was going to be my follow up. Is do you think it's based on the fact that you don't seem to get sick?
I do. I
That
do
seems
believe it is simply that the blessing of good health comes to those who follow, and that,
as a doctor, yes, I can see how that would be. Makes perfect sense.
okay. Yes, it's very hard to say. I do think they are tied, and I know that for the humans it's more obvious. You know, say one lives 70 years. Uh, Priests and priestesses of our faith may live 100 or perhaps even a few decades beyond that.
Ooh,
Certainly
that is
not
significant.
generations, but not immortality.
No, that is not an insignificant number. That is interesting.
And
I, Again, as a man of health and science, it poses questions. And
of course, and I know little of the science behind such things, but it is our faith, our belief, that with the power of the good Lady Isabel and her call over the land, that the faiths that follow in her footsteps tend to draw some upon her power. Um, it seems only natural then that a faith such as ours does have not insignificant strength to be drawn from both her and the Ocean Father himself.
that is interesting. Anyways, that tea.
Yes, of course. And she sets the cups down. There's a small teapot, and she pulls the kettle with a cloth to protect her hands from the heat, pouring it in. And she's just a few moments. It'll. My understanding. There's a fellow here who specializes. Is that we should let this sit a moment, pour it out, and then start again with fresh tea, and it's ready almost immediately.
Huh. Interesting.
And with a bit of focus, she does as much, letting that sit for a few moments, pouring it all out, and doing so once again, giving that perhaps another minute before she fills your glass and her own, or your cup and her own with tea.
Is there something behind her of that looks of significance, or something to distract her for a moment?
Yeah, I'll have you roll for that. My question here is going to be, did you want to try and size up to see if you can get essentially additional information here? Or would you like to simply use a clever trick and seize an opportunity?
Let's size up.
Okay. So it'll be 2d6 plus your vinegar.
Fantastic.
Okay, and a 10 is a great score. On a 10, you get 2 sort of questions. These have some limits, but you've kind of had an idea. Tell me what it is you're looking for. It's like an opportunity to distract her or something significant, but if you'd like...
So 2 things.
Yes.
Since I get 2. First thing is, do I think a paralytic agent would work on her?
Okay. That is definitely an interesting question. what sort of medical knowledge does he know about merfolk, sirens, and other uh, creatures that live between both the ocean and the sea, or the ocean and the sea, the
Oh,
ocean and the land?
not overly much.
Okay,
He's trying to base it off of what she's told him
sure.
and some, calculated,
In the
information.
case of not necessarily having studied essentially the medicals of the strange, what I will say is that um, you know that there are creatures in the ocean with poison, right?
Hmm.
And
Yes.
so at least some creatures are susceptible to that. Fish wise, which is kind of the best you've got, right? And you know humans clearly are
Yeah.
susceptible to as much. So depending on what kind of poison you had and where it came from, in much the same way you'd kind of gauge against other creatures, you think there's probably poison that would work here. The magic of her faith and the magic of her strange nature makes that a little weird nature makes that a little bit more up for guesswork. Um,
Okay. Okay. Well, I have a 3 harm paralysis poison
okay,
that I will be then trying to slip into her cup after she pours it, and I distract her, obviously.
absolutely. So that's really only one question.
Yeah.
The follow up here is you can hold on to that and use it later. That's how size up works.
Sure.
Or you could look for something additional here to help you or
Um,
benefit you if you were looking for treasure at the end or something of that nature.
is there something that looks of value
Um,
in
there
this room?
there are a good deal of things in here that do appear to be of value. Um, it's a small
And at
kind of
least of and something, let's cross reference have a religious significant that look religiously significant.
yeah. There would be a couple of things of that nature here.
Cool. So before she brings it to the cup to her lips to drink, I will ask about the thing,
Sure,
whatever it happens to be, and then while she is distracted about the thing, pour the poison into her cup.
absolutely. So there is a thing. Ignore the label here as it becomes visible to you guys. For in this case, it's not a lapel pin, but instead a rather medium-sized statuette sort of symbol here. And she says, "Of course, this is the symbol of our faith. People who wear it often are followers of the Ocean Father. Although I will say you should look out, as you've well guessed. Some people who follow this let the power they gain draw them in darker directions than others, and it's as much a warning at times as it is a sign of a safe place to rest."
Is that a thing in your religion? The darker side?
She looks down at the thing, and then there's kind of a moment where she's quietly contemplative of your question before she says, "I think it is unwelcome among many of our faith. But this sect is extreme in their process and in what they are willing to change for their own gain and power. Um, I don't think that deities are ever truly evil, but they certainly can be misrepresented in such a way that darkness
Is
follows them. And while in our temple and our faith it is not welcome, There are others who cultivate such practice.
Because
And
I
did you
have
say
seen
cult?
that. Because I have seen that symbol in other places on other islands, and I have heard rumors.
Mixed reviews, yes.
Uh, mm, rumors. Let's not mixed reviews. Um, rumors of sounds and people disappearing.
Well, I'm not really supposed to get into the details about this. It's in much the same way I would not shame the faith of someone who follows only our good lady Isabel. We are not meant to ostracize the sect of Dagon who often draws such
So,
rumor.
so you as a religion don't quell the ones who give your religion a bad name. Mm.
We are not fans of their practice, but we try not to let it cause harm for ours.
So you ignore the bad.
It is not our place to divine or instruct someone else's faith.
I'm, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It is your place. If someone in your group is going down a bad path, isn't it your job to
Attempt to bring them
set them
back
back
to
on the
our
right?
faith? Oh, of course, of course. But once
But
they
then
have,
you also denounce what they are doing.
yes, once they have left the, well, confines, really feels like I'm.
I will take a sip of my tea to encourage her to
Oh
drink.
yes, and as she continues about her, her conversation, she will in fact drink from this. Um, she
Fantastic.
says
And
it's
we
not once they've left the confines of our proper religion, their belief becomes their own faith. At which point, we are no longer meant to interfere, only offer the guidance should they ask.
okay.
I'm
So
going to flip a coin
this
here.
is well for this is from me to you, DM.
Yes.
I'm basically going to keep pushing her to try and get her heart rate up, just to make the poison work faster.
Okay.
Or or it doesn't work. Either way, that's what I'm trying to do. So if you want to make a roll on see how well I do it, or do you just want to let me go and just role playing this?
Yes, I will say. I flipped the coin of fate, and it was heads, and so your poison is effective.
Cool.
You are not able to get a rise out of her. She seems very devout. She seems very confident in her place in this structure. All the same, there is very quickly a noticeable effect taking place. Her hands begin to sort of shake as she lifts and places down the teacup. Her speech becomes a little more slurred, and eventually, as you remain, you do find that she attempts to stand, perhaps in a panic, and is unable to do so.
So I will
falling to the floor.
I will move to her and try and catch her before she does.
Okay. You do.
What's wrong? Are you okay? Get close. Like, does she reach out to try and see if I'm help me kind of thing?
Yes, as she begins to fall, you step in to catch her, and with all of the confidence of somebody who's been treated by this doctor across from, she does attempt to reach out towards you. I don't know.
Fantastic.
What's that?
No, that's a personal thing. Fantastic. Okay. I, you seem out of sorts.
She kind of gaps at you. She makes a couple of soft noises. At this point, she's too far into the paralysis to really create enough power to have speech.
Fantastic. That's great. So I'm gonna put a blade through her heart.
Oh, okay. I need you to roll. We'll give you a +3 as she is paralyzed. To not break out. Get into a scrap. 2d6 plus your blood. And then you can add an addition 3 to that. Oh, you don't need 3 to that.
I'll take it. I'll take 3.
Yeah, okay.
So 15. So 15. Fantastic.
Okay. Yes, you are able, with the precision of a doctor, to slip a blade into her heart. A couple of things happen as this happens. The temple that you are in quakes. There is physical shaking. A couple of things fall. You hear crumbling stone outside.
Fantastic.
She was
We're
unable.
gonna make this really.
She was unable to speak to you moments ago. As the blade enters her heart, there is a scream that emanates from her throat, beyond what you thought was in her power. But it's not her voice either.
Fuck me.
And outside, where the ships are, a couple of things are noticed there as well, as we temporarily cut away from you back to the others.
Oh, fuck. I think I've done a thing.
There is a small boy and an owl on the dock, being approached by a slimy, damp man, as far as he's aware, Pip, that is, named Flamingo, in order to be drawn up to the jester performing at the end of the dock. From here, as you approach him, actually, Inigo, roll me 2d6 plus your Spitfire. For knowing things you shouldn't. Oops. Great. It's a great roll.
I'll take that.
You notice 2 things. The shaking of the ground reaches all the way out to the docks, and you feel the tremor of something. But this is an island. Lots of these are volcanic. In fact, this is a well-known volcanic isle. You think, it's probably nothing, right? These things, they happen sometimes, right? You also see a flash in the eyes of the owl. Bright, and then just simply a very bright flash as it focuses on you, and then some unsettled behavior from both him and the boy as you approach. But the shaking stops, again, gentle enough here, ends fairly quickly as you approach him to speak, presumably.
Okay. What would... How do I want to word? Would I be able to notice that these two things coincide with each other at all? Like the tremors that I just felt and the strange flash and behavior of the owl and this little boy.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people react to the tremor. Some people stumble a little bit in particular, but the important note here is that the owl does react much as the others do, but does not fly off. It stays close.
Okay. Uh, excuse me. I will approach the child and say, "Hello, what is your name, little one?"
Who's asking?
My name is Flamingo, and
Damn right it is.
I'm playing to the crowd here. Uh, and I think you would like to meet a good friend of mine, the Great Blazing Man.
You get demoted.
I mean, sir, I'm
Can't
not
be a
really.
little.
If I don't have any money to give him, I'm not. I'm just. I'm not really sure that I'm the one you guys are looking for. Like, that guy's got a big old coin purse, and he points to like a kind of like larger, portly man, standing a good distance away. He's like, I'm just Pip. I don't have much for him. But I'll come watch if
No,
you really want.
nonsense, Pip. You have been specially chosen as a guest of honor to the Great Blazing Man.
Oh god, the
He
kid's
chooses
just a
one from every
goblin and
crowd.
he's acquiring another one.
He he looks over both of his shoulders and then up at the bird, and he's like, "Well, the harbor master knows me. I'll have you know." But he does make his way forward.
This is where the pirate Chris Hansen comes out. What are you planning to do with this little boy?
No.
Alright.
I'll tell you what,
Nope,
Chris
sorry,
Hansen.
bitch.
See, I call you Chris Hansen.
That is immediately where my mind went. As soon as Chris Hansen was brought up, it was the Boondocks.
Well,
I tell you, I want you. And
I like you, and I want you. Now we can do this the easy way or the hard
Listen,
way.
I don't have context for the quotes here, but in the context
It's
I
getting
do
bad.
have, where you're speaking to a little boy, I'm getting more and more uncomfortable. I just, thought I'd throw that out there.
yeah,
Chris Hansen was the host of a show called To Catch a Predator. You don't need to know anymore.
I see. I see.
and we're quoting a cartoon that really made fun of
So
fun of
Pip begins to walk up the dock
it.
towards the Blazing Man, I suppose. And he looks quite unsure as he approaches you. He's, looking around. You see him catching the eye of a couple of other people who seem to, nod at him a little bit. Some of the workers working on the ship give him a little wave. And he reiterates, That's George, and he's my friend. George waves and then goes back to working on the ship.
You know what? Hold on. I'll give the kid, I'll give
No.
Pip here.
Don't you say candy.
Absolutely not.
Say it.
Gold,
Say it.
Gold.
I have a puppy in my quarters.
I dare you. Say it.
So I will give him a piece of gold. Say.
Now you're paying him. Okay.
No
Listen.
cookies for you?
How do you offer him this coin?
I say, as a special guest of the Great Blazing Man, the first order of business is to give you this gold to give to him, such that he can wow you what he does and all of his talent.
Why don't you just give it to him then? Is it my gold or is it his gold?
It's your gold, but
You heard him!
see
He grabs
why
it and he
it's so
shoves it in his
powerful.
pocket. It's my gold. And he's he's like, it's mine. It's my gold. He said so. You all heard him, right?
Can I just
You're
Don't
now
do
at
it.
this point
Yeah.
standing in front of
This is so
Nar and the rest of the sort of onlookers here, and he's like, yeah, it's mine. He said it was mine, and it's mine, and I can do what I want with my things. That's the rules. Them's the rules. I know the rules.
Now, wait. Oh wait, no. This isn't a fight, so it doesn't matter. Everyone's paying attention to me anyways. What would it be to?
Beat up this child.
No, no.
I thought I made a mistake. All right.
No, to sneak the gold out of his pocket and like pull it from behind his ear.
Oh boy.
Now
gonna
we're,
end with you
now,
having
now
a
we're
child.
touching him now we're touching him in places. No, this is much better.
I think we're gonna call that a clever trick. It does not fit well under a hoodwink, but I would say that a sleight of hand would also be sort of like seizing the upper hand in a situation, right? If you can pickpocket this child, that seems like that's what we're calling it. So 2d6 plus your vinegar.
Right? All right.
Okay. All right. So you spot where he's tucked this coin and how he's sort of guarding it, and you think to yourself, "Yeah, I could definitely grab that." But you know that there's a bunch of onlookers who, by all accounts, just saw you offer him this gold. So even if you snag it and then pull it out from behind his ear, there's a number of people who may have opinions. So you are successful if you choose to do this, but you do know there may be complications. Depending on what you decide to do with it after the fact,
Can I? Oh, soft. Can I sneak another coin out of my pocket instead and pull it from behind his ear?
Yes, you can. On that same roll, absolutely, you can just essentially make a coin appear from behind his ear. Is that the sleight of hand you're
Yes.
going for? Okay, but it's a new coin, for clarity's sake.
Yes.
All right.
It's a new coin.
Sure, you can do so. Tell me how that goes. I mean, it appears, and you pull this coin out from behind his ear. Then what?
I say. Now this little trick is nothing compared to what the Great Blazing Man can do. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in wonder? Do you believe in adventure?
I mean, do you believe in the sea? Or like the sky? What do you mean? Of course I believe in magic. Yeah, sure. Listen. He takes a small moment and reaches down towards his shoe, and he pulls a silver coin. And he's like, "Look, see? Haha, yeah, it's magic." Okay, is this guy gonna do a trick or something? Or can I go back? Well, I mean, I don't have a job. I definitely don't do anything. I'm just a kid. But I could be over there doing the stuff I usually do.
Ah, but you see, where I turn you to the Great Blazing Man for his tricks now.
He sticks his
For copyright
additional silver
purposes, we are
coin
definitely not getting copyright struck.
into his pocket. You do find later, not now, but later you'll find that silver coin was in fact yours.
Kid's a goblin.
But he will turn his
we're not taking
attention.
it with us.
Sorry,
No.
to Nar, and he says, "Is this guy your friend? He's weird. Are you gonna do a trick?"
Debatable. I actually want a little help with a trick of mine. And I imagine at this point he can't get super close because
It's very hot.
of the heat.
Mhm.
But from where you're standing, my friend there, as you've so aptly named him, he has an amazing pain tolerance. Hit him anywhere you choose, and he won't react.
Abby.
I'm rolling 2d6. If
Punch up. Punch up.
Punch up.
it's below a 5, okay, which is going to be like a casual gut shot, all right? If it's a 7 to a 9, he's going to like stomp on his foot and get him in the chin when, if it's assuming that he reacts. And if it's anything higher than a 9, he's going straight for your nuts.
Come on.
7, you're safe.
You know what? You know what? You know what? I want a second opinion. Can you roll that
No.
again?
No.
No.
So what he's going to do, as you attempt not to react, I assume, as your captain has
Yes.
clearly just said that you wouldn't, is stomp on your toe, and then if you move, he's gonna get you again. So I'm just gonna have you roll. I think plus your blood being sort of our equivalent to Constitution and/or toughness, and see how you do.
All right. I'll take a 7.
Okay, a 7 is not a failure, but it's only just not a failure. So he stomps on your toe, and you don't double over. You don't get hit a second time. You take no harm from this exchange. But it's clear to the boy and to your captain that you wince a little bit. There's like a little bit of a start of a reaction as you tense up to hold still. Anybody further away than the two of them wouldn't necessarily notice, but the boy knows and your captain knows. But otherwise, a pretty good show of not reacting terribly to this small human stepping on your toes. Okay, all right. I mean, that's pretty good, I guess. Is that why you call him Flamingo?
Yes.
You know, the 1 foot?
Oh, that's not flamingo. That's Confringo.
Okay, Burning Man.
Not a fan of this. That's in my head. No, what I really wanted to bring over here is, boy, is I notice in you something special. I notice a power in you different from the rest of the people here that have gathered.
He starts to stand a little bit straighter. Looking a little, proud of himself.
I believe that you have so many friends as you've portrayed yourself to have here tonight. And I'll point out the 2 that he mentioned on his way up or whatever, the dockmaster or whatever. They're like, but I think you have more friends. Friends that talk to you up here. Do you have a friend like that?
I'm not crazy or nothing.
No, absolutely not. We all have voices that we listen to.
Yeah, I have other friends. I know what you're talking about. But I'm not crazy. He's my friend.
Is he nearby?
Yeah, he usually is. And he looks around, spots him, and says, yeah, he's close.
Do
He's-
I kind of pick up on
Yeah,
that he's looking at the owl?
I'm pretty good friends with some of the critters around here.
Now, does your friend that's nearby, does he ask you for favors? Does he ask you to do anything special?
Well, we sometimes we do some business. No, that's not the no, sir. We we're no, he helps me with some stuff sometimes, yeah.
I have a friend like your friend. My friend talks to me here. She's not always nice to me. Is your friend nice to you?
Oh yeah, Grift's always nice.
What was that name?
Grift.
I would like to point out that it's very evident that both of you are very adept at talking to children and therefore portraying children and how to talk to children in ways to take advantage of them.
This is how I still have to talk to my kids.
I
So
have babies.
Yep.
I'm an uncle to
Yep.
7 children, so I don't know where I screwed up.
this
Maybe it's having 4 elders.
could be. This Grift, what a lovely name. Grift. Strong, wise, some would say. Does Grift ever give you special presents? Can you
It's
do
not
things
like that,
like
mister.
Can you do things like what I'm doing here? My special friend taught me how to do this trick, as a matter of fact.
Well, I don't know exactly what you mean. I think not anything that cool. But this silver coin belongs to that guy. I took it from him earlier. I learned that from Grift. It's mine now, though, fair and square. I got it.
Absolutely is. He lost it.
That's right.
You got it. That makes you.
And he said I could have the gold. You heard him.
I did. Let me tell you a secret, though.
There's a lot of people here
Your
for a
friend?
secret, sir.
Griff. How much do I want to fuck with this kid? I think the kid's being a kid. Feel like the kid's a kid. I don't feel like he's. Your friend Grift sounds very interesting. I would love to meet him, but I know our friends that talk to us in here don't always like to come out in front of crowds. Who does, really? But I'll tell you a super special secret, and only in his mind can he hear me speak.
Ooh.
If your friend Grift is available for a conversation later, before midday, I would love to have him and yourself, if he feels more comfortable with you, around to visit me in the captain's quarters on this ship. Know that it will be a safe place, and nobody else will know but the 3 of us. And then out loud I go, what your special friend doesn't always tell you is you have more than one coin in your hand. And at that, I'm going to try and sneak some other coins into his pocket.
Incredible. We decided that was a clever trick, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's
It's
not
plus your
going to
vinegar,
be
but
great.
you could spend a luck here if you wanted to.
Okay. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can take +1 forward. And
Sorry.
then anybody who's watching, if you fail, could lend assistance through spending a bond point that they have with you. So.
Well, if
I ain't doing nothing. I'll do it.
Okay. Thank you for spending the bond then, because I
Mhm.
don't want to
I
blow my
was
luck.
ready to do it.
Oh
so-
no! Is that
So-
number there with the?
That would be
Luck?
with the 2 bond points of Flamingo and my brother. That would be an 8.
Okay, all right. Is Inigo spending a bond here to help this trick happen?
As a matter of fact, he is.
Okay, all right. Add 1 to a crewmate's roll. Great, yeah, absolutely.
I think it just emanates in the round of like people on the side going, "Ooh!" Just add into it.
But
like
you haven't
pointing at,
really talked
"Looky
this whole
there."
time, so like there's just this giant dude up on the boat that goes whoa, and everybody's like, "What the fuck?" Just that's enough time.
Yeah, and in that time, as
Hype
there's
in
the
the
loud
crowd.
noise from up on the deck, you manage to, without being noticed by anyone, slip those coins into his pocket. The only thing is, there is the
Mhm.
brief sound of the coins falling and hitting other coins as they enter his pocket, which is what
What?
draws Pip's attention.
What? Pip? What is that?
And he goes reaching in his pocket and he says, "Are these his coins too?"
They are now, because he's going to pay me back, and then I will get laughs from the crowd.
Yes, everybody laughs. The boy looking very pleased. He does come up to you. Well, he can't really get too much closer, but he does say, "Well, my friend, he likes to help people get rid of extra things they don't need anymore. So I'm sure he'd meet with you if you wanted to do that. Also, I'm not supposed to tell anybody this, so you have to keep it quiet, okay?"
Of course, Pip.
He likes to gamble a little bit, so sometimes he does some gambling, and he really enjoys it. And I'm not supposed to tell anybody because he says that he likes it too much, but I think he should have some fun sometime. So maybe we could like play some cards.
Well, why don't you tell your friend that he can use some of those coins? Maybe he'll turn them into more coins for you.
Yeah, I'll let
You
him know.
never know.
Thanks, Mister. We'll see you. Well, I had to talk to him, but we'll probably see you later.
And continue with the show.
I'm just gonna evens or odds. Anybody?
Evens.
It's too late. Heard it. It's an odd. Okay. As he walks past, leaving quickly with his pocket full of coins, he intentionally stomps on Inigo's toe again.
I
Even
played
more fun.
myself.
Beautiful.
Do I need to roll again?
No, I mean you could see if you react to it if you want.
Yeah,
But he's
I'll maintain the ruse.
booking it.
Plus my blood, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
All
fine.
right.
You don't react. He giggles as he runs off.
And the tears begin to well in his eyes.
Listen, he didn't punch me in the nads, so I'll take that. I don't need a knock in the knackers right now.
The night is young.
I think perhaps the and this might be on me. I'm sort of picturing Pip as like a 9-year-old.
I'm picturing like Oliver Twist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. But old enough to be doing things on his own for a while, and so when you were like, "Hello, young man," he was like, "Yeah, fuck this dude, man. I have a
Total
business.
grown up.
I'm grown. How dare you speak to me like this?"
I have a business.
Hey, you should talk to your crew. He's not currently here, but he would tell you he's done business with this tiny human. That said, as he departs, I would like to open the floor here to Inigo and Cray in case there was anything else you would like to try and make happen this evening.
Maybe. How much? So it was known that the doctor was going to the temple,
Yes,
and there's a big loud explosion noise
correct.
from the general direction of the temple.
I would say that's reasonable enough. Yes.
Would it be permitted, or would it even be in a situation where I could activate the Juggernaut ability, where I could just be there?
That's the show up.
Yeah, that's the show up.
I think
Is it?
I do have to roll.
a little bit early on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I have to be in trouble?
Because I think he has to
That's
be
the
in
question.
trouble, right?
Yes.
It
Am I
is
currently in trouble?
help out a crewmate in the nick of time, no matter how improbable.
Yeah.
That's all it specifies.
I would say it's a bit early.
It's not the nick of time yet. Okay.
Right. Yes.
Cool.
there'll come a point where I'll either try to prompt you, or if you feel like that situation changes. But right now,
Okay.
he's only
Okay.
just made a situation.
Great.
Technically, time has passed, but we don't know what it looks like on his end yet. So,
You've
Great.
made a situation.
hey, you know what? It's the
Great.
doctor, the gunman. They're both very good at making situations.
You're not wrong. That's why
I
they.
tend to fix situations, thank you.
Yeah,
This
is that what you're
time.
calling what's happening right now? As
No. I normally I tend to fix situations.
I see. As we get ready,
This was a coin flip of I happen to,
she's
grow an
got
obsession
very
with the
pretty,
priestess.
interesting eyes.
Yes, that's on
Ooh.
you. You did this.
As
Coin
we
flip.
come to this point of our evening, before we switch back over to the doctor and his fiasco, how do we feel about taking a quick break here?
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's fine.
I don't know, what would you
You've
call it if not
escalated
a fiasco,
from.
sir?
I was gonna say you've escalated from a situation to a
Yeah.
fiasco at
So
this point. So that's not good.
we've upgraded in very quickly.
I'm sorry, there was an earthquake.
That's just that's where it became a situation.
Okay, I
Blood
apologize.
hath been
There's a
spilled
situation.
upon holy
When,
ground.
once I killed her, it was a thing.
Oh, is she
Now
dead?
it's become. Well, I don't know, but I stuck a knife in her heart. If she's not dead, I'm gonna be fucked in some point in time shortly.
If you
It's
just
not gonna be
shanked
good.
Dagon's daughter, this is gonna get hilarious.
Oh, I
Right.
didn't even consider that. That's even
See-
better than what I was thinking.
See, here's the problem. But here's the thing. I just put my name right on that ledger, right underneath yours, or maybe above yours,
Mhm.
depending on who she
Yeah.
is.
I have an idea that I just came up with and I flipped a coin for it.
It's fine.
We're a thorn. You might have just become the
Blade to the
main
heart.
course.
Bon Jovi, baby.
So,
It's been in my head this whole time.
a break here then? Or
A
were
break
we good?
here.
Yes,
Okay.
I think a break here.
Then, in that case, we'll wave goodbye to stream. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Hello again. We return. I hope you all had a nice break. No, well, that's too bad because you have Cheez-Its and I'm jealous, so I don't care. It's rude as hell. You know what?
Man.
We're gonna switch back to the temple. I guess we will anyway, even though you get snacks and I have this carrot.
I gotta make an escape, so we'll see how well this works out for me.
What about my silly thing that I was doing?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. You had a silly thing. You had wanted to run by everybody. Absolutely.
Yes.
What's going on?
So, having just been child's punching bag,
Mhm.
I would like to make some coin.
Awkward sentence.
Oh?
Yes, I would like to make some coin, and yes, it is an awkward sentence, and I'm too tired to care about the second part of that.
I was gonna say, that's a weird juxtaposition of sentences. Might want to clarify some real quick.
Well, the kid stomped on my foot twice. I'm surprised he didn't punched in the knackers, but at this point, it gave me an idea to make some coin.
I'm concerned.
Punch me for a silver?
Don't punch the child, please.
No.
Oh,
not the
please do
child.
punch the child.
Now, especially, don't punch the child because she wants you to
I
do it.
dare
That's
you
always
to punch
bad.
the child.
It's
Oh,
just
no.
back there or something.
I will, to the crowd, I will say, whoever would like to test their metal with yours truly. 1 silver piece.
Belmont Single, right? That's his name?
Alright, punch him.
Are you gonna get paid to get punched in the face? A bunch?
It sounds like the offer he just made to this group of
I'm
Well,
not
try.
opposed.
onlookers.
Try.
High or low?
Would this be considering entering you know what? High. I was.
Okay.
Holy shit, I can't believe I was right. Oh.
Unfortunately, a number of people step forward looking interested in taking a swing at you.
Would this be considered entering a fight for me?
No.
I mean,
You're not punching
not
back.
really, but what were you hoping would happen here? Tell me if it was, yes. What do you...
I'm hoping to disarm the mooks with a single flick of the hand.
You can't take, unless you're going to
Do
remove
it.
their fist when they try to hit you with it.
That's my job. I have the knives.
Oh. Well then,
You
yes,
just
I guess I'm
challenge them to a
gonna-
fist fight.
Right, you said, hey, come punch me and I won't react. Just like when this kid stomped on my toe and I barely managed to not react.
Alright, yeah, I'll just do that then.
I mean, I don't know how... Again, unless you're planning on
can't-
cutting off their hands as they swing at you, you can't really disarm them.
It also, is this like a paid thing? Like,
Yes. Yes, this
because
is a
that
paid
was
thing.
okay.
Yeah, yes. So
But
there's a
is this
couple of
like
people...
put money in a bucket and punch flamingo?
Uh-huh.
Is that what this is? This is like one of those things where you like throw the ball and he falls in the thing, but just
Yeah,
punching
I
in
think
the
so,
nose?
but
That was the impression that I got.
much more direct and accurate.
Yeah, except like now anybody can come up and take a swing at him, and he's gonna try not to react. But you gotta pay for the privilege of seeing if you can be tougher than the tough guy who didn't flinch. Was that the intention here? Or were you looking for a proper, like, fight, and then you were just going to disarm them? Because that wasn't what I understood, but I imagine that would be equally as funny, so...
I have to think about this for a second. No, I'll just be the punching bag and not react.
I mean, I guess if y'all are doing some kind of tough guy thing, what's the buy-in? Try it out. Test my metal, like you said.
A
You're
silver
gonna wanna
piece.
make it more expensive than that.
Oh.
Hmm.
A gold
You're gonna get punched a lot.
Alright.
So I'm gonna say,
a gold piece
just-
per attempt.
just for the sake of it, and to
Cray,
move this
your
forward.
danger sense is about to go off.
No, not that. No, he made
but
this
not
bed.
for the doctor.
I'm here to help friends in trouble, not help friends who want to win Darwin awards. What for comedic intent? Whenever he will inevitably fail to hide the pain and actually get knocked over. When he gets knocked over to fall into the water, the fucking anglerfish is going to do the routine again.
Amazing. Incredible.
I love it.
Here's what I'm gonna say about this.
This is like a sideshow act.
100%.
It very
We've
much
definitely turned into
traveling circus.
we're a
Fucked up
circus.
carnival.
We're gonna have this first one go, and then I'm just gonna periodically ask you to make constitution checks, blood checks in this case, and to see what
Great.
happens. So that's what we're gonna do. This first one. We're gonna do in competition. We'll just do the higher. We're gonna both roll constitution, roll plus blood, and the higher number will take the success here. The man steps forward. He drops a gold coin into your hand, or perhaps, in fact, into the small collection bucket that Captain Nar has set in front of him. That was a thing, right? You have a little part of your...
Yeah, I
the
think we
pony show
did
happening?
set up something. Yep.
Okay. It's a very interesting way for them to manage this kind of a system. So, I'm learning things. Sure,
We're
alright.
all learning.
This first gentleman is going to roll +2. You're going to roll plus your blood.
Okay.
Great.
Ah, shit.
Awesome. The
So-
first guy steps up, and he's like, "So this is how this works, right?" Yeah, and he puts the coin, and says, "And then I just hit you just to see if I'm stronger than you, right?" And so, how about the gut? Just nice and even, not leave your pretty face to somebody else.
Yep, that's the goal here.
And the minute you say "yup," before the rest of the words even come out, he socks you, and so the rest of them come out like "yes," as he knocks the wind out of you while you're speaking.
Good.
He goes, "Do I get my coin back, or was the pleasure just?"
The pleasure was all his. We're keeping the money.
You know what? I don't think it's gonna be hard for you guys either, and he'll wander off. Meanwhile, as some of the others laugh and a couple more start fiddling through their pockets to see if they've got a whole gold coin to offer you, we will transport ourselves back over to the temple. A smaller, quieter area. Unfortunately, less quiet than it was moments ago. You're hearing sort of the repercussions of the quake. A couple of more, there's stone shifting, there's people responding to the noise, and the scream seems to bounce off the stone walls over and over again.
I'm quickly going to remove the eye that I came here for.
Okay. Absolutely. Just one?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. There's a thing in your character.
You bring your spoon?
No. I brought a scalpel.
Oh.
It's a
that's
vinegar roll.
understood.
If you're asking about surgery.
I think it might be surgery. Is there a thing for if you're doing it quickly?
No.
Okay. Here's what I'll say. Roll the surgery, and I'm going to give you the eye. That was the point. I don't want to take that away from you.
Oh, fuck me. All right.
Okay.
Should
you
have
can
brought the
mark-
ice cream scoop.
You can mark an experience
Oh.
for your miss.
Fantastic. She's got another eye, though.
She does. The gods saw fit to give her two.
Two. Yep.
Okay.
Do I get the eye, or is the first eye, or is it just, or do I fuck it up?
It's not pristine, but you get it. It's whole. It's intact. There's perhaps, you really wanted to have the whole structure, and there's a like a cut mark in it. It's not perfect. Is the thing, right? Whatever that looks like for your character, it's not perfect. You're in a hurry. You're a little bit
Do I
nervous.
have time? Do I have time to get the other one? Probably not.
I'm gonna flip for it. Heads, you'll have some more time. Tails, well,
Yeah.
that's heads. You've got a little bit more time. You hear some things happening. You hear the stirrings of people in the temple. You do know that you've gone deeper into this little alcove, and so there is a bit of a ways to make your way out. But in this moment, you feel both compelled to take the other one and like it's probably safe enough. I mean, nothing is really safe at this point, right?
Yeah. Obviously.
But it's probably safe enough to take a second and get that other one before you navigate your way forward.
Fuck me. All right.
I don't think you're getting that eye.
I don't think I'm getting the pristine eye.
I don't have another roll. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Yeah, I don't.
Right.
I feel like I just reminded you guys that luck existed, but I do also feel like it's partly my responsibility to remind you guys of mechanics like this. Do you have luck to spend?
Oh, I do have luck to spend. I haven't spent any luck.
In this case, again, I've given some others of you some leeway on this before. Would you like to spend a luck retroactively against the system? But
Sure.
because I'm the Fates and I get to let you. I know you had. I was pretty sure you had plenty of luck. So you can take one and you'll make it.
Cool. Right, then
The eye is pristine. The
cool.
flesh remaining around her face, her eyes in particular, is not in good shape. If you had any sorts of strange ideas about, I'll just sew it back up so she's still mostly in one piece when they find her, or anything like that, there's no chance of that any longer.
No, wasn't the plan.
Her face is definitely mangled, but
that is a shame.
yes.
She was very pretty.
Do you leave the blade in her heart, or do you take it with you? And
I
is
take
it
it
a
with me.
scalpel?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Then you're able to do so. Again, you do have the one pristine eye.
Cool.
As you begin to make your way forward, make your way out of the temple, I presume? Or was there anything else you wanted to do here? Are you plundering, by the way?
No.
Okay.
No. I spent the extra time getting the eye. I'm
Sure.
not going to. We're not pushing my luck.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to have you do next. You've got two good options. A clever trick is rolling plus your vinegar to avoid a sticky situation, such as trying to fight your way out of a temple full of empowered priests of a powerful god. Or you can choose to break out, in which case you will let us know of an opening that you find in such a place that you can make use of in order to get out, and then make your roll and attempt to make that happen.
I'm going to try and be clever about this.
Okay.
I'm going to find it alcoves. I'm not going to run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try not to draw any extra attention to myself. Find alcoves when people are walking by.
So that will be
here's another option.
Sure.
If I'm passing by a room or if there's a corridor down a different way than I know is the exit, I'm going to throw an explosive.
Okay.
And create a distraction to get myself out.
Smoke bomb.
No, explosive. Not a smoke bomb.
Good job, Siegfried.
I have 6 explosives.
I
That's
feel like
my
the wording
boy.
was very deliberate by choice.
Okay, here's what I'll tell you. If you're going to be clever, I don't think you
Yes.
get to use the explosive. If you'd like to roll clever trick plus your vinegar, I don't think those things line up.
What's
I would say
using
that
the explosive as a distraction to get out. I'm trying to use it to aid in my cleverness in getting out. If you say I shouldn't do it, then that's fine. I'm not going to do it.
I just think that is creating an opening with which to break out more than anything
Okay.
else. It's a
That's
sort of a
fine.
battle tide thing, and breaking out is blood tide.
Sure.
So that's what I would lean you that way if you would like to use the explosive.
Yeah, vinegar. I'll use
Okay.
vinegar.
So then use your vinegar, 2d6 plus your vinegar, and see what happens there.
I'm going to use luck as well.
Sure. That's 1 forward, so an additional +1. So is that a 10 total?
Yeah, that is a 10 total.
Fun things. When you roll for clever tricks on a 10 plus, you can mark an additional luck.
Well, then I get the luck. Then I don't lose the luck.
That's right. So,
Fantastic.
yes, you are able to make your way through a couple of alcoves, sort of dipping out of sight as needed. When you've made your way most of the way out, you spot one priest who sees you, and he simply looks at you. He goes, sorry to be rude, sir, but it's quite late, and it seems that, perhaps things are a little, rattling loose here in the temple. We'd like it if you would make your way home for the evening. Our apologies, to you.
Disguise my voice ever so slightly? Yes. And leave.
Okay, you are able to make your way out of the temple before anything extreme happens there. You do, as you begin to get further away, hear what sounds like their discovery of the body that you've left behind, and things happening. But you seem to be unscathed.
Cool.
Is there anything else? Oh,
yes,
go ahead.
I will take a circuitous route back.
Mhm.
Not a straight line. Just for.
Are you going up at all, or staying down in the?
No.
Okay.
Staying down. I'm not trying to increase my time that much, but
Sure.
yeah, I'm not going straight back to the ship.
Absolutely.
Hey, keep an eye out if anybody's following me. Obviously.
You can roll to size up to see if you notice anybody following you, or you can just make your way.
Vinegar.
Yeah, that's also plus your vinegar.
12.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. So, you have 2 questions to ask. The first one being, essentially, are you being followed and able to escape that pursuit? I think. I mean, I won't answer until I'm sure. Yep, that's what I figured. No, you don't see anybody following you. You're taking kind of precautions and looking out, and despite your best care, you see nobody. So you can only assume that there's no pursuit happening. Is there anything additional you'd like to know now, or would you like to hold on to that sizing up question for later?
I'll hold on to it for a little
bit. So, we will bring ourselves back to the city at large. Things are sort of happening. Time is passing. Is there anything else that you guys would like to address before the sun rises? He rolled well enough to escape. He didn't need you to swing it and save him, Cray, and that's unfortunate, because that could have been very fun. But, that said...
It's better for him if he can do it on his own.
Yeah, there are a couple of things that happen as the sky begins to lighten. One thing I will remind you is that you did use up some of your alchemy supplies and tools.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
As the shops begin to open, you could go purchase some more.
That is what I'm going to do.
I believe that they technically cost a treasure. Do you know that if you are in
I do have a
possession?
treasure.
Okay. So then you are able to go and find a decent enough set to replace your old one. If you like to do that.
Yes.
I mean, it'll be after the sun rises, of course, but
Fun.
you can kind of meander through until then, or you could return to the ship.
I will meander.
Okay. We will convene here at the ship for the morning, as there are additional things happening here. That went much more quickly than I thought. So I will also say I'd like to have Inigo roll another blood check here. We're gonna have you do 2 more because I really thought you'd roll poorly, and I was kind of
Doc
excited
gets
about
back
that.
and he's just black and
I'm
blue.
sorry.
You really ruined my fun. No, I just
no.
lost my pacing when it was like, oh yeah, you rolled well for that. Okay, well yeah, you can get out of there. Okay, on 11, you successfully stand against that guy. Some of the crowd of onlookers heckle a bit. They're like, oh come on, like even the kid almost got him, and you can't. And he walks away looking angry to have spent a gold coin only to be mocked. And then give me 1 more.
Okay.
I'm rolling great.
Money.
There are, you know what? I'm gonna roll you 1 more. High or low?
Real low.
Okay. There's 2 other men who, in the evening before we switch forward, kind of size you up a bit. The one who, like, kind of makes Cray almost a little nervous, looks at you, rifles through his pocket for a coin, contemplates it for a long moment before sticking it back in his pocket and wandering off. A smaller fellow does follow up and give you a good sock to the gut, paying, of course, his coin. Oh, it's very sad when he hits you. Remember, like, the little boy stepping on your toe? This is like a wave, like, crashing over your feet. You know, it's barely noticeable. But when you don't move at all, not even a flinch, he takes a moment, looks you up and down, and he goes, "Hey man, what's that thing on your face, by the way? Is that contagious or anything?"
No, it is not contagious.
Oh, good. And he sticks 1 foot behind you, throws you over his hip, and sends you falling back over the dock. Yes, the large fangs close around you again in a familiar sensation as Cray's friend scoops you up in his mouth.
It's actually pretty close.
It's a little bit longer before. Yeah, this true to size here. It's a little bit longer this time that you're in there. You know you're holding your breath. You're a little concerned for a moment, and you think, well, like he's not really gonna let him eat me, right? And oh, okay. And he spits you out, and you're back up on. Actually, on the ship, probably, away from the trouble you could cause.
Yeah.
Seems like the right thing. And as you land
You're
back
admit-
up there, you notice that Swabby, who had looked a bit calmer a moment ago, spots you appearing again and gives like a nervous kind of peek over the side of the ship. He doesn't like ever actually eat any of the crew, right?
Creepy fish noises over the edge.
No, evidently not.
That's probably because you taste bad. You see that thing on your face? Probably a rot.
Can I? Well,
Just for fun, I want to say, right when he says that, the ship gets bumped. Nothing that can like damage it, but just enough to freak him out just a little bit.
anyways, I think I've got stuff to do down below decks, and yeah, good morning and all. Tell the crew I'm working hard downstairs.
Yeah. How much gold did I actually make over the course of the night of getting the shit kicked out of me?
At least 3.
Yeah, I'd say together, you and the captain probably brought in about a treasure's worth. Individually, just simply some coin. But you could count towards like the ship's ability to spend a treasure's worth, or the captain, depending on how he deals with finances. You get the final say on whether it's ship money or captain money, I guess.
This is true.
That said, the sun begins to creep over the horizon. There are things to be seen and done in the city once more. The fire that lit the night fades, I imagine, as we no longer need it. Or are you maintaining your aura of flame?
I will, once they're good, once it's done, I don't see a reason to keep it, so.
I wanted to make sure you weren't holding it for your meeting.
No.
Okay. The lamplighters come through. In fact, putting out the different lights around town. As the sun rises, you notice the foot traffic that you've spotted in a couple of the other mornings is diminished. For the first time, rather than the dock being full and bustling with people, ships crowding about, it's emptying out. As you're well aware, a free city is never a fan of naval influence, and when we see those things happen, often they'll make themselves scarce. And that's what you're kind of seeing the repercussion of now. Lots of people have cleared out. There's not a lot being done down on the docks, and what is being done is quick, and it appears to be fully above board. All the same, you are finding this morning that you're approached by the boy, Pip, and he brings with him a large owl. He stands in on the dock and hollers up to the deck. Excuse me, sirs, sailors, folk. I was invited to come back, but I'd never put my feet on a ship I wasn't invited on.
I would imagine that I'm around, or at least would hear the commotion and say, "Come aboard, young boy. I'm sure we have much to discuss."
I would like to
The
take a moment.
gangplank lowers ominously.
Yeah, I'd like to know, as this is happening, Craig, you've been watching a lot of bullshit happen this evening.
Oh, yeah.
Between your brother putting on a show, the low guy on the totem pole getting beat up a bunch, doctor's missing.
I'm all bullshit.
He's been off doing something. But this is kind of a lot. And now there's this like kid and a bird that you know to be technically a bad omen or representation of a dark force. What are you thinking and feeling as this happens? Do you greet them at all, or are you staying out of the way? Because an owl often.
He would probably be, first off, lowering the plank as ordered. Because there to come on. Probably wouldn't greet, but he would probably do the act as if he was a bouncer at a club and they had been allowed to come in, sort of thing.
Sure.
But also looking at this bird like, if that becomes a problem, we're cooking that bird.
Bad things dinner. Okay, I like it. So this is the intimidating sight that greets the child and his companion
Yep.
grift,
In other
as
words,
we've heard.
not being mean, but also not being particularly warm and
Friendly.
fuzzy either.
Right. Nice ink. And he like nods. Like, if you
Mhm.
ever looking to spend some of that coin, I might know a guy. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, he'll toddle off.
Yeah. That's about right.
Captain, you hear a
Yes.
soft knock on the door, and then this small form of Pip, who I still don't have a picture of, appears. He's brought with him a large owl.
How does the owl like fly or walk near him, or does it like sit on his shoulder kind of thing?
It is perched on, in fact, on his arm. He's kind of a narrow, young boy. He's not really wide enough
Right.
for a bird on his shoulder, but he's got it perched with him, and he's carrying him very much like a falconry sort of on the forearm
Got it.
thing. He does as he enters. The bird sort of rustles. It sort of flaps about a bit, as though not super comfortable here in the center of the room. And the boy looks at you and says, he doesn't really like my arm as a perch much. Could he, like," and he just kind of looks around, "find a better spot?"
Sure. But let's have him stay close. I don't want him getting too far away. Never know how the ship's going to respond to unique visitors.
The bird finds essentially a perch just a bit out of the way. Perhaps a chair sort of pushed further out towards the side walls of the ship, or maybe even like in the window where he's just kind of stable in a way that the arm of a young lad is not. And it flutters about a little bit, looks uncomfortable at the amount of sunlight coming through, and settles there. The boy.
I will. Do I notice that the sunlight seems to bother the bird? Because I would then, like, minimize it.
Sure, pull some
Like I
curtains or
would
something.
close
Yeah.
blinds. Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine you're paying pretty close attention to this bird. So,
Yes.
you would notice that he doesn't seem to like the light much.
I would create a darker spot where the perch was.
Sure is kind of you. He's not a fan of the bright lights, being all an owl and the like.
Sure. I'm surprised he didn't just tell me that himself, though.
He doesn't usually talk to other people. He's we'll call him shy.
Shy. Well, whatever he chooses to be, it seems that you two get along quite well. How long have you known Grift here?
Well, 4 years. It's a long time, I know, but we're real
For
good friends.
you, I can't imagine. Most of your life, I would presume.
Well, yeah. A long time.
And is it just you and Grift, or do you have family in the city?
He kind of looks at you sullenly as you ask this. He gives you a real up and down. He says, "Well, no. Got lots of friends. And then they'll notice if I don't come back."
I wouldn't dream of any harm coming to you on my ship, good boy. Young lad.
Yeah, but
Sorry,
if
we
you...
don't get many children on the ship.
Yeah, well, I don't think pirates like... I mean, I don't think sailors like children. Not that I'm a
no,
child.
you-
I'm grown. I'm tall for my age.
Absolutely. Does a growing boy such as yourself desire anything? Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Would you like anything to eat?
Uh, well, if you're offering, I could always go for some foods.
Sure. And I'll peek my head out and find Inigo.
Aye, Captain.
Inigo. And yes, I did use your real name. Here's some gold from the other night. You more than earned it. Would you be so kind as to find some snacks for our guest?
Yes, Captain.
I don't imagine that his palate is incredibly refined, so something on the fresher side would probably be best.
Aye, Captain.
There were
Thank
like
you.
a meat pie, maybe at the market stall, just like down the other end of the docks. That could be kind of cool.
Well, you heard the boy. Get the guest what he wants, please.
Aye, Captain.
You
I'll
mean
go
I don't
get
have
him
to
the
eat
meat pie
fish
from
today?
Inigo.
Unless you want to eat fish.
No, I have all fish all the time. Griff's real good at catching fish. Harder to get like other birds.
Meat pie it is.
He lights up, absolutely joyous. Thanks, sir. That sure is kind. Hey, you know I was telling you earlier. Sorry, could I? Nobody's listening, right? I could talk about serious
Not
matters.
in here. Yes, absolutely. Serious matters are very much permitted.
Well, I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'm pretty good at finding things that people want and helping them get rid of stuff that they might not be able to sell just like down at the market, you know? And that if you had anything like that that you wanted to get rid of or if like you needed somebody to help you figure out like if something's strange. My friend Griff's kind of strange, you know, and so he's pretty good at figuring those things out. And so if you, well, I guess you're already buying me some food, but we usually charge people for our services. But I could help you out with that, you know. The first one, he looks over at the bird. First one's on me. Well, within reason, sir. You know, there's some things I couldn't
That's
just.
actually. I could use a discerning eye such as yours. And I will position myself to where I can kind of see the reaction of the owl and the boy.
Mhm.
And I will first bring out the ruby with a crack in it that I got from the treasure hoard. And I'll set it on my desk or table or whatever I have in here and say, "Does this look familiar to you or interesting to you? Or do you think you could tell me anything about it?"
So as your DM, this is one of the items that you got from the trove underneath the temple. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So the cracked ruby is a strange item without specific things that you know of yet. He, the boy, will immediately jump forward as though to pick it up.
Hmm.
Do you allow him to do
Oh,
so?
I don't know that I would touch it per se. Maybe have your friend Griff take a look at it first.
Oh. And he's like, okay, well, the Griff's looking, and he'll just get very, very close and look at it. He says, well, it's certainly worth a pretty penny. Bet you could get maybe a couple treasures worth for it. What do you think, Griff? And the bird will take a nice surveying look at it. In fact, moving closer to examine it. It's a very brief examination that he gives it before pecking at it with his beak. Not in any sort of extreme way, but and he ruffles his feathers, getting real fluffed up as he does so. And there's a long pause where, familiar to you as somebody who speaks mind to mind, you get the impression that the bird is speaking to him.
Hmm.
Well, Griff, Hang on. Is something burning? Okay.
That is important for you.
Oh no!
That's a yeah. Uh-huh. You might be specifically attuned to that.
Yeah, might have a little bit of a worry nose about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just a smidgen. Um, yes, Grift looks at the. Sorry.
Bird.
No.
Bird looks
Yep.
at the stone. The boy goes, well, it seems like maybe if you, well, Griff thinks anyway, that if you had two of these, they might, like, pass light back and forward between them. He says that some people could use that kind of thing for, like, speaking to each other across, like, space. I don't really know how you could talk to somebody with a light, but it's probably worth even more because of that. Not super, like, powerful or anything, but kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. I will agree with you there. I'll need to keep my eyes out for the matching one.
Yeah. Well, he says that they're not always rubies either, but it's like a people who have strange powers can kind of like make these. They're fairly common, but for this one's a ruby, so it's worth more. If it were just like a pebble, it wouldn't be as valuable. But I bet you could get like 3 treasure for it.
That is very insightful.
Well,
Does
I'm very
Griff-
good at guessing these things.
Well, obviously you are. I know the brains of your operation lie with you. Grift, I'm sure, helps out quite a bit.
He's pretty smart.
But you're obviously the front, the salesman of your business.
Yeah. Well, 'cause Griff's shy, you know.
Right.
But
Now-
we're a good team.
You definitely do make a good team. Do you happen to know if you mentioned earlier that you sometimes have Grift try and catch birds for you to eat, I'm assuming, instead of
Yeah.
fish?
Yeah, cause fish are just not as well. I mean, fish are fine and all, but like I always have to eat fish.
Did he almost get one the other day?
Yeah. He said he almost had one and it got away.
Did he? Does Griff go hunting on his own a lot, or is it all just to feed you?
Oh no, he feeds himself too, and sometimes there's a cute girl, and sometimes we'll take her some like fancy fish, and her family cooks it for us. But don't tell her I said that, because then she might not let us come over anymore. I don't mean anything by it. It's just nice sometimes.
Secrets safe here.
Okay, thanks, mister.
My friend, like yours, Grift, she lives with me too.
There's a moment as you say this, when you directly compare in this room your friend to Grift, where you feel her rise up in your mind.
I wondered if she would be annoyed at that.
She says, I don't know what you think of me, but that creature there is not anything like myself.
Then what is he? Because he certainly seems a lot like you. Always watching, digging talons into my flesh. Oh, metaphorical in your case, I understand. But
Well, I'll tell you what. If you say, remember that other bird? Weird up in the air. Metal wings, ugly face.
I distinctly recall.
You catch me one of those. I'll tell you anything you want to know about that bird. Otherwise, I'll simply tell you. He's not a demon. He doesn't have anywhere near the power that needs.
Sorry, Pip. My friend was talking to me. She does tell me, though, that Grift here is dissimilar from her.
Oh.
Maybe not as strong, not as old,
You
perhaps.
just hear voice? Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, I don't really know how old he is. You know that like big scary guy with the big tattoo outside?
That's my brother, yes.
No offense meant, but it's probably like maybe that guy's age. He's not that old.
Interesting. And have you ever been, has Grift ever taken you anywhere on the island other than like to your friends' homes or the pretty girls' homes? Does Grift have a home? Or has he always been with you?
He has a home too. Sometimes when it's real cold, he lets me stay with him. I mean, Griff says that maybe I'm telling you too much stuff about him.
You're right. Maybe we should talk more about you.
Well, I'm open to that. Does that guy have my meat pie? I mean, sorry,
That's
I just, it's a little...
Great question.
At this point, you'll hear a knock on the door.
Please tell me what it looks like when you return. How much food? What did you bring? There's a small child staring expectantly up at you as the door opens.
Oh. Inigo brings
It's a
the largest
Thanksgiving
possible
turkey.
Yeah, like a Thanksgiving turkey-sized meat pie for the captain and Pip to split if they so choose, or for Pip to eat all if he so chooses, whatever they want to do. But it's as big as it could possibly be.
A child of that age can absolutely eat way more than they should be able to physically
Way
fit in
more.
their body.
Oh yeah.
His eyes grow to the size of dinner plates that would fit the bird on them. Oh man! Wow! That... You didn't get that from the pie cart. Wow. Can I really... It's okay if I have some?
It's all for you. And Grift, if he would like something.
There's a very serious moment where the boy steps forward and takes either the platter or from the platter and begins to sort of pick through for pieces, and he tears off like a leg and he sets them aside, and before he takes his first bite, he tosses a couple of pieces to the bird, very choice juicy bits, and then takes a big old bite. He says, "Wow, this is incredible. Hey, you know what? I thought you were gonna give me a meat pie, and that was probably worth the telling you about the big red ruby rock thing. But this is even better. I think we still might owe you one, sir, Mister. Well, yeah, probably. But Griff doesn't want me to tell you anything more about his personal stuff. He's
That's
kind of
fair.
shy, He doesn't like company. That's why he looks like that. Oh, he says I shouldn't have said that. Pretend I didn't say that.
forgotten. Inigo, thank you for fetching the young boy and the bird some food. Please see what my brother needs having done. We're going to be shipping out soon.
Aye, Captain.
The boy takes a large, sullen bite of the chicken or the turkey leg.
As he's focused on the food,
Mhm.
I want to look at the bird. I want to look at Grift,
Mhm.
and I want to speak into Grift's mind,
Okay.
presuming that he understands the common tongue. And I like I've stated, I don't ever take the masks off.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to where am I looking kind of thing. So I want to kind of direct my gaze to Grift and say, I understand that you're shy, and I understand that you probably don't hear this a lot with the truth behind it that I'm going to put forth. I'm an ally, and as much as you intrigue me, I'm also curious and want to make sure that you have this boy's best interests at heart. What are you getting from him?
Give me 1 second. I have to look
Mhm.
something up now.
Sure. And as far as I know, as Nar, maybe it doesn't work because it's a bird, and maybe I don't know. I don't know. So
There is a good deal of silence that stretches through the room. Eventually, Pip speaks up. He says, Griff says you could talk to him. And that's kind of cool. Well, lots of people won't talk to him because they think... Anyways, he says he thinks he's familiar with your kind. Your type of folk. And he says that he's seen some of the things you guys have been getting up to, and Griff, I think you're gonna get me in trouble.
not here. You're in a safe place.
Okay,
I promise nothing that you say here will get you in trouble.
Griff. Well, Griff's saying it. I don't think he can talk to you. He says
Fair.
that there's like someone else in there, and it gets in the way. But he said he saw that guy on the deck, the one they're looking for, with the goatee and the long hair, and he wants you to know that he's not gonna tell anybody, but he wants you to know he knows that because he said he'll talk to you, but he wants to make sure that you don't tell his secret, and so he won't tell your secret.
I think that's a perfectly reasonable expectation.
Okay, you have to close your eyes because he doesn't like it when people watch this part. And he immediately, as he's saying it, closes his eyes.
I will hold my hands up over the holes of my mask.
Okay, I have to ask. Are you attempting to see what happens, or are you not looking?
No, I want to build trust. I will genuinely not look.
Okay, so as you're at the boy's eyes closed, Pip, and then you cover yours, you hear a little bit of the funny, almost like a coughing sound from the owl, the rustle of feathers, and then the thump of feet hitting the deck. And eventually, you hear, all right, listen, it's fine. You can open your eyes now. Sorry about that. And when you do, there's a man standing where the owl was previously. He's
Interesting.
Yeah, he's I don't know, maybe in his 30s, maybe in his 40s. It's hard to tell, really. Um, Much older than Pip, and a little bit scarred, but kind of wiry, thin. Looks like the kind of guy who grew up on the streets the way you imagine that Pip is, and has learned how to navigate such things. Um, he could probably blend into the shadows about as well as Scrubs does, if you had to guess.
Mm.
All the
Hmm.
same, he steps forward and offers you his hand.
Yes, I extend.
He says, "Now, I appreciate what you're doing, making sure Pip here's safe. But I just want you to know," and he gives you a look, "I'm not the same kind of folk you are. And I just look after the kid. We fence the things folk like you and your companions outside are trying to get rid of. Keeps the boy nice and happy, and, well, the owl means that nobody recognizes me from my day job, you know?"
That is the answer that I wanted to hear the most. Because as you may know, folk like me, I don't want boys like him to get caught up in the same business that I am, if you understand my meaning.
Well, I will say that it's not my usual experience with folk like you, but I'm glad to hear as much. No offense meant, of course.
None taken. On my behalf.
His eyes widen a little
The
bit, and he's like, "Oh, right."
Though I am more intrigued at your arrangement at this point. You take care of young Pip here. I assume that when he said that you have a home, you actually have a home and it's not a nest somewhere, then?
Yeah, that's right. Um, we've got a deal, right? Secrets stay in this room. I've heard you
This
say as
room
much.
is ironclad.
I just wanted to make sure that applied to me now that I'm me. Well, I work as a lamplighter. The old ladies at home. I do this in between the morning and the night. It helps pay the bills because they don't care much about the folk down here, making sure everybody can see to get around. Um, but yeah, we've got a house. He won't really let us put him up often. I don't need it. It's all right. And so when it's cold, he'll stay with us. We try and keep him fed. It's tough, but the church helps.
I'm curious about the church. They genuinely do a good work, I hear.
Yeah, seems like it. As good as any church ever is, I imagine. I think they've got to be
What's
getting
their,
something out of the deal, right? I mean, they're not just actually doing it to help the community, but they're
I
not doing anything to
imagine,
hurt.
influence is beneficial?
What's that?
I said I imagine the influence is beneficial.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
Good deeds in places like this often get rewarded. I have a request, actually, now that I understand your arrangement a little bit better.
I'll do lots of things for a price.
I'm willing to pay. I want you
Kinky.
to ensure that,
Sorry, it's Cray's face. It was Cray's face that was like, oh, I couldn't help myself.
first and foremost, I want you to keep our boy here, Pip, away from the temple. Preferably for the foreseeable future.
All right.
I understand that their outward facing motivations may seem altruistic in nature, but I understand that religion a little bit more, and making sure that Pip really isn't looking, or like when he goes to take a bite.
Uh-huh.
I understand that religion a bit more intimately than they may be letting on.
I see.
If you understand, then I actually, as a free person myself, always have need of a good fence.
Why they call me
Interestingly
Grist.
enough. And I imagine that a boy of his size eats quite a bit. Lamplighting can't always pay the bills. And I will slide the ruby over towards Grift.
Oh, okay.
That should help. If we swing back through, I always like trusted companions that I can do business with over the random folks that wander up in the shadows.
Absolutely. I would like to see. I would like you to roll parlay here. Um, you tell them what you want and what you're offering in return. You roll 2d6 plus your polish, and we'll see what happens from there.
Okay, I'm going to use a luck.
Okay, I will also say, given the effort you've put into this, feeding the boy, making sure that you've been seen as somebody who is safer, I'd like to also give you a let's call it a +2. I don't want you to miss this. It's not supposed to be difficult. It's about how good this is going to be.
Fair. So spinning a luck plus
Okay.
2, that's going to give me a +3 because my polish is nothing
Okay.
currently. I'll take an 11. That
Beautiful.
sounds good.
Okay. So I would like you to go ahead and mark your character sheet with 1 bond with the man named Grift. Essentially, as part of your deal here, writing out, you know that, again, with the way bond works, it's essentially something you can hold against him or use to propel yourself or him into a better situation. And so this is a real, true power, either over or with him. And so, that's the only purpose of this roll. I wanted to see whether or not you earn a bond out of it, and you do.
Gotcha. Perfect.
So he'll take the ruby and pass it to Pip. Say, now, Pip, you know that's not gonna do us any good like that, is it? But I know that you know how to get what it's worth. So later, when we're done here, it's your responsibility. I'm trusting you to bring me back the gold. Because we can spend the gold easier than we can spend that, right? And he's nodding. He's like, okay. You said it was worth at least 3? Yeah. Okay. And you thank the man. And he steps forward. He's still got food. And he's like, gee, thanks, mister. I just... You're a pretty cool guy.
I try.
With that said and done, is there anything else you would like to say to the two of them before we wrap it for the evening?
I do want to say, so the other day, did you happen to chase a bird out of the upper parts of the city?
He immediately looks guilty. Yep. I sure did.
So, thanks for not getting me. Second, that answers the other question I had, which are there any more like you here that I need to be concerned with?
I don't know how many shapeshifters you've met, but don't tend to be super social creatures. Especially ones that look like me, people always assume, as I know you might imagine. There may be a couple. There's certainly strange folk here, but I couldn't really tell you.
Now, is the owl your preferred form?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Is it your only form?
He looks a little embarrassed. He's like, yeah. Well, I mean, gestures at himself.
Well, obviously. Sorry, I don't meet many that can do the things that I can do, and usually they have paid higher prices or equal. So, interesting all the way around.
I have a
You're
question for
aware
you,
that.
really quickly, as your DM,
Oh,
because
yes.
I don't remember the specifics of how your costume works with your prosthetics.
Oh, yeah.
How much of those is or is not visible with what you wear regularly? Because I know your face is
Uh,
covered and your hands are covered.
I I keep all parts of my skin wrapped and covered,
Mhm.
and I attempt to hide the fact that I have prosthetic limbs as
Okay.
best I can.
Okay. In that case, there's no change. Thank you.
Hmm. Uh, You're aware that owls are more associated with things like me.
I didn't get to pick or anything. It just
That's fair, and I don't mean to belittle you for it, obviously. We don't choose how we're made. I just want to make you aware that should you come across any others, um, to be more cautious. I wouldn't want Pip to lose his friend.
I appreciate that. Sometimes the birds are a little territorial. It's something we're working on. But I appreciate
You
the advice and
do you not have control of?
it's like it's give and take, really. A little.
I, as an aside, I'm far more fascinated by this than I thought I would be. Nevertheless, I am pleasantly surprised that I don't have to deal with a threat, an issue, a problem per se. And I do fully intend to hopefully come back this way after some time.
Well, like I said, I don't plan to be telling anybody about your companion, but if things get dicey for you guys, there's a small system here we could probably help to some degree. And can you read and write? Because we could always keep you appraised.
I can, as a matter of fact.
I'm not super great at it, but I could at least let you know what the word is after you go. I assume that's what you're doing. I've been watching the crew ship up in the last couple of days.
That is our intent. With the Navy coming in, the scouts that they've sent ahead, I'd rather us not be too close to the place. Not that we have anything to run from or hide from. We are free, but we stay within the bounds of what that means.
Of course.
Um,
You're not going to
I
catch
want to
me
make it
telling the law anything that they don't force out of me, so.
well. That actually leads into my next point. I My brother and I know what it's like to lose our parents young, to grow up with just each other. Should anyone come looking for us, this ship specifically, and zero in on you as a way of finding it, give us up. It's not worth your life, and it's not worth him losing his guardian. I appreciate the code that we all live by, the watching each other's backs, that's fine. But don't think that you owe me anything more.
Well, I appreciate that. And I think in that case, you ought to tell me exactly where you're going so I know.
Yes, no.
Just in case. Well, And he looks at you. You know, if you're going north, you could tell me you were headed down to the Queen's Crown, or just so I know.
Well, I am always partial to heading west.
Of course, I'll be sure to remember that, just in case. Kind of makes me itch looking like this. You need anything else from us
Well,
today?
No, and I imagine that you will want to be leaving in the same way that you came in, just
Yeah.
to avert suspicion. Feel free to change. And Pip, my good boy, do me a favor and make sure that he gives you a fair cut.
Oh, don't worry. He doesn't know what it's worth. I know what it's worth. For his sake, Grift, he looks at the boy and he's like, pat on the head.
Yes, I have one like that too. His name's Inigo. He's the one that got the thing.
Nice bird.
Yeah.
A little ominous, all things considered. If you don't mind not looking, it's a little grotesque. Not a fan.
No problem. And
Pip?
I will once again avert.
This happens much more quickly. What you're really aware of this time is essentially the shift of the air as a much larger form compacts itself down into this bird. And as they are sort of making themselves ready, anybody up on the deck, which could at this point include the doctor, here's a couple of things. There's some murmurs down on the docks from the people who are looking out towards the sea, where you notice a sort of storm bank of clouds rolling out across the horizon. There are a few vessels being chased by the clouds, essentially, that you take note of. And the other sailors still about the port spot these things happening and say, well, that looks... essentially, this is looking like a pretty ugly storm. And it's coming out of nowhere. It's probably best if you're leaving to get going. And you see that the last of the people still sort of lingering on the docks either begin to secure their ships for the storm or set up and start making their way out to sea, hoping to beat the oncoming storm. That said, before we end tonight, although we will soon, I know we're over time, are you going to head out? Or do you think that we are going to stay in port another episode at the beginning of, the mid-morning of a new day?
I gotta have a conversation with the captain before we make that decision.
Then we can call it here. Time will be of the essence next time in that case. It will put a pressure clock on things. Or we can just make a call right now.
Where's the storm? Is the storm coming from the direction that we're needing to go? Which
the storm is not.
Million Mall?
It is coming, it's headed south towards you from the north.
Okay. Fair. So, in theory, we could get away from it, or at least make the attempt.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be going into it, is what I'm saying. Okay.
Right. You're not going into it. You're sort of running parallel unless it overtakes depending on how far south it makes it.
Right. Okay.
I'll pose this question. I'm watching two of our friends be very tired. Do you want this conversation to happen tonight?
I'm good to stay on and have the conversation. I know that if our friends are tired, they are more than welcome to attend to ship matters.
It changes the question to It changes the question here to.
I'm fine with having the conversation.
Okay. Are we all wanting to sit, or do you want to make a choice about a whole team choice, being either under time pressure or not, or would you like to just have the conversation, let our friends sleep, and pick up next time?
Pick up scan next time too.
Mhm.
I could be involved with that.
With that whole conversation, sure. I think it sounds like what we'll do is we'll call this the end of our group session. We'll wrap up essentially for the evening, but because the conversation between the captain and the doctor is solely between them, if they want to have that conversation tonight, and then
That's fine with me.
I think that probably will work well. How do
Be
Bruce
I'm
and
cool with
Todd
that.
feel?
Later.
Okay.
I'm
Great.
cool with that.
Yeah,
All right.
that's fine.
That puts us in a better position for next time, is all. So.
Yeah, that means we don't have to deal with that. We can just make decisions.
Yes. Okay. Well, thank you, friends, for being here. Of course, you're welcome to stay, Bruce, if you're not tired. I see Tog flagging is all, and so.
Yep.
Thank you for being here, friend.
I mean, my dude works the 25th hour of the day, so.
God, I know, but
Yep.
it's almost time to get up, man. Are you ready?
It would be like 3 hours. Yeah.
Thankfully, you
I'm
can.
glad it's not.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Get
not
sleep.
today. Like,
Yeah,
actually,
no.
get sleep.
Day off. Get sleep.
Yep.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Not
Be
Tom.
mindful that your stream is about to get screwed up as far as
Yep.
menu
Sorry.
placement.
Have fun
It's
with
okay.
your UI.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Bye.
No. Bye.
Have a good night, friendies.
You too. Have fun.
Thanks for playing.
Make sure whatever decision you make is irresponsible.
I don't know how to make the
I
other
don't.
kind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know how.
Are there other kinds in this group?
No,
Not in this group. No.
not in this juncture.
Why is my camera over there? That's weird.
Don't ask questions. You don't need to know.
It didn't break too badly. I just would like to make my
That's
forehead
fair,
not fall.
actually.
Nope,
It-
that is worse.
You
There we
got a little bit of a close shave
There
there.
we go. Ah, fixed it. All right.
Wee.
So
so the
because
doctor's gonna come back on board
yeah.
with supplies, because
You're gonna pass a boy and his owl on
Right,
the way
taking
out. I'm
off.
sure.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay attention to the boy and his owl. I've done enough shit tonight. I don't need to deal with that too.
You've been a sailor for a while though, and that storm on the horizon looks
Pretty
risky.
bad. Yeah,
Mhm.
gotcha. So I come back and go, oh good, the repairs are done. Captain, a word.
Close the door.
Yeah.
What did you
So
do?
did you feel that? Did you feel the rumble of the
Unfortunately.
island? Yeah.
How? I would ask how you're responsible for it, but I have an idea that it likely
I set
involves
down.
something with the
I
temple.
set down 2 eyes.
I'm gonna lean in and look down at them. Whose are these?
Let's just say it may or may not be a head priestess.
It's gonna be very hard for her to read my note.
I'm sorry.
I left a note for her in a secret spot that I followed her to. I believe that she could have been an ally, but, well, fate has deemed that is not the case.
Well,
I mean, unless... Is she just missing the eyes, or is she also not alive?
well.
Okay, so, well, that does complicate things.
I did not treat anything, and it felt kind of permanent. Though I did not confirm anything. But I imagine taking those might have exacerbated the problem.
Well, I have good news and I have bad news for you. Which would you
I
like
have bad
first?
news for you too. Your demon chimes in as you say this.
Oh,
Well, I also kind of have good news and bad news, so let's.
you first. And while he's talking, I imagine she can tell me as well what she's going to say.
Oh, you want us to do it in sync?
Yeah, sure. That works.
He bears a mark, is all she tells you.
So the bad news is, I think she was controlling a lot of this island. The good news is, I don't think she was real on the good alignment. She knew what was going on with the temples and was turning a blind eye to it. Because it is not her place to check her own.
You mean the experiments that we witnessed?
She made mention of the fact that she knew, basically, but it wasn't her place to tell other people how to worship the god.
What's of me? Which would you prefer, the good or bad news?
It's really, I'm gonna hear them both, so let's go with it.
Well, bad news is whether or not she was on the good or evil side. He seemed to have really enjoyed her company.
Yeah.
And you, my good man, have climbed the ranks, and you are marked.
Yay.
No,
You know,
not yay.
yeah.
The good news, though, is that I think Cray and I are going to be able to slide under the radar for a little bit, so that's my good news, I suppose.
So I guess now your fight is my fight.
I look forward to our continued working together, let's say. In my head, to her, what exactly does this mark entail for the good doctor? Is he as high on the shit list as we are? Higher? Lower?
It's hard to tell. Um, it's not often that people are marked. Not by a god, not by a demon, unless they have done something to warrant a great deal of attention. Um, it certainly means that they're paying attention. It certainly means that scrutiny will fall closer on him than it did before. And there are some who might recognize such a mark, perhaps call it an omen or a curse, a blight of the divine. Uh, I'm not familiar enough with these marks to tell you more.
Fair. I'm going to reach for one of the eyes and kind of hold it up and look at it very closely.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
Roll 2d6 plus. Let's call it your Spitfire. Knowing things you shouldn't.
Good. I'll take the experience, I suppose.
Alright. You don't notice. It's fine. It's an eyeball.
Speaking into her, how important was she Do you know?
You're familiar with this demon that lives in your mind, with
Mhm.
her power, the feel of it washing over you. Her power rises. There's a long moment where it stays sort of at that high crescendo of thrilling power. When it fades, you hear only the sound of her quiet laughter before she says, "To whom?"
To Dagon?
There's no answer.
Or to someone else?
She mentioned another god.
Oh. This other god?
I forget what I handily forget what she said.
The Lady Isabel, the
Yeah,
sea.
that one. The sea.
The sea. Hmm.
I assume that was the other god, gods of the
Yeah.
pantheon. Yeah. That is what you heard in the temple. Yes.
Yeah.
I also, as your DM, would like to remind you that she's only really said the Ocean Father
Yes.
in reference to
Other
her
than
faith.
yeah.
Hmm. Oh, well. Nathaniel, I wish that your appetites had chosen differently. But I'm not one to dwell on the past.
I wish we had less time.
Did you just blame him?
But no.
What are the...
See, if the problem is we had just enough time for me to make up for my predilection to get things done. If we had more time, it would have looked into it better and maybe come to a different conclusion. If we had less time, I may not have done it at all. So,
Can I ask you a personal question?
you can ask.
What do your appetites give you? What's the end goal? I often look
The
away when certain things go on in your parlor. I often indulge your taking time to indulge your appetites. I'm curious now as to what you get from it.
why do I have to get anything?
You don't. But sometimes the not getting anything is getting something as well. Does it
Uh,
provide you a peace?
if it provided me peace, I would not keep doing it.
Does it scratch an itch?
Sometimes. Sometimes it's for, let's say, a perceived slight. When it's gnawing at the back of my head, when it's in my mind, the act itself is the prize. It's not, I get nothing from it. It is as it has always been. It exists. I'm just more honest than most about it.
Doesn't change what you did. Doesn't
Oh,
change what we'll
no,
have to do from here on out.
no,
My
no.
only concern, and perhaps the only negative that I could truly bring up, is that the crew may be at risk. And I know that there is at least one person on this ship that you care about. So,
Who's that?
do you not care about Nurse?
Hmm.
Vivian doesn't.
He just raises his eyebrow and just looks at him.
Hmm. I Yeah.
Oh no.
I would like to channel an ability to see the deep desires and dark secrets of Nathaniel.
Okay.
One on one.
Sorry. Please go ahead.
So 7 is a success. I do suffer harm.
Okay. This
But
is a compulsion. Is that correct?
no. He, as far as the wording goes,
Okay.
does not. There's nothing that he would get on his end that anything is even happening. It just says that I can see the deep desires and dark secrets of everyone around me. I don't know if that would be filtered through her or if.
I don't think so. I would say that in this case, as a player character, you can. There are lots of things that motivate your character. We've had some conversations about those things. Um, you can share a secret and a desire that are important to him only with Matt, or you can send me a couple and I can send him something that feels appropriate to his power, but not to
What
your preference here.
I don't have a problem. What is it you're trying to, like? What is my deep dark desire?
Yes. What is it that
Something that
these
motivates
killings
him.
To be to
do?
be to be perfect.
Ooh, that's a
You
very
for
interesting thought.
you to be perfect?
Nah, to be perfect. Do you see something in him now, like what he's feeling now?
Mm-hmm.
It's he is angry that it was not perfect. That he is not perfect.
Hmm. Nathaniel, I don't intend to discourage your extracurricular activities. Wouldn't dream of it. But there is a concern that I have that these desires in you will bode ill for the ship and the crew.
Well, if we're laying blame, I take some of it. But I would not have seen her if not for Skane. It was not my intention to go up there, other than to get the lay of the land, so to speak, as the last time we ran into one of the temples.
You're not going to get admonished from me. The
Oh,
entire group of them can burn and fall into the sea. I don't care. They took from my brother and I everything that we knew and everything that we loved and gave us worse things for it.
no, I
If you have
did
to
not.
cut out all of their eyes, I don't care.
No, I was not saying that you were admonishing me. I was saying it was not my intent to remove them and to kill a high priestess. I was not going there to do this thing initially. If you thought she could have been an ally, I had no idea.
No.
Maybe I could have resisted the pull.
You know, maybe. And maybe she could have been. Maybe not. That future, that outcome, that's no longer the path that we walk. That's fine. Fates have dictated otherwise. But perfection can come in many ways. And I want to make sure that we all live long enough to achieve it.
His eyes narrow. Is that? Can you still see? How long does that last?
I think it lasts a scene.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
You
our
see
last scene.
you see things change in his head as you say perfection.
What do I see?
Yeah. You see for a moment you
Uh-huh.
forget how it's phrased, what the term is. Um you're basically nailed to the mast and blood angel, is that what it is? Where you're tied at all limbs
Blood Eagle?
and skinned.
Mm,
I don't know the term, but sounds kinky.
sounds fun.
Do you splay the lungs out? Because that's the Blood Eagle, I think.
I described what I described.
Okay.
And then it just goes away. It's like for a second, the anger, and then goes away. Um, you see then two adults. You don't know who they are. you see them on the floor, staked with iron spikes, and their skin peeled away. It looks sloppy. It looks
Unperfect.
no. It looks the farthest thing from perfect that you could possibly be.
We're giving him
Looks
too
like
much
there's
power. He takes
no.
too many notes.
Yeah, there's.
Mhm.
I know. I know he's writing it all down. It's fine.
No,
It.
not at all.
It. It looks like it's not. There's no precision. There's no. It was just
Does it look emotional?
no,
Okay.
no. It is. It just looks
Do they have a bone
like.
structure similar to you, Doctor?
Mm,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
you can't tell because
Their
there's
skin's
no.
peeled off.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nah, it'd
but
be hard to
it's
tell.
basically it. It's not. Doesn't look emotional. It looks like your biology class in 6th grade and they give you a frog for the fucking first time and you
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I did sharks.
I did frog.
I did owl pellets.
Did that too, but that was yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like that. It looks like baby's first dissection kit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Great.
You like the
So-
visual?
No, yeah. I can see it in stores now.
At seeing all of this,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna lean closer. I'm assuming I have a desk, and that's what I'm sitting behind. That's how I'm kind of
Certainly.
framing this. I'm gonna lean closer, and I'm gonna say, Nathaniel, you know what I am. You know what I have in here. When it finishes its job, because it's more of a win than an if. I know how I go. I hope you do pin me to that mast and bleed me dry, because I don't want anybody else to suffer like I do.
If you want trust, perhaps stay out of people's heads.
And when you finally know me, you'll understand that the only trust that I give is to the people whose heads I feel comfortable in. And yours is starting to feel a little too close to home.
You don't have to be there.
I need to make sure that everyone on this boat puts the boat first. Until I'm not the captain. But you're right. I shouldn't have pried. Sometimes I can't help myself. I think
That's
you
not
understand
true.
that.
That's not true. You don't have to lie about that to me. Like
Why?
you said, like you said, if there's anybody whose head that you feel at home in, it's mine. You don't need to lie to me. You can. You choose not to. You choose to get into people's heads. You like it. There's the difference. I don't care what's in your head. I only care about... No, that's not all I care about. I care about being me. If that helps the crew, that helps the ship. Good. That is all. And don't presume I care about tools. Just like you and what's his name, and then the other one. They're tools to you, which is fine. But I don't lie to myself about it.
I stopped lying to myself a long time ago about the lengths that I'm willing to go and the tools that I'm willing to adapt to achieve my ends. You are correct in that we think similarly of people and things. But I do care. Somewhat.
As do I. How's your prosthetics holding up?
They're a little stiff.
Perhaps we should work on getting you some metal ones.
That would be a nice set of tools.
Perhaps Elminster can work on that for you.
Maybe if we can outrun the wrath that you, and I'll pick up one of the eyes, that you have turned its gaze towards us.
Hmm.
Do you need these?
Oh, just one. And he grabs the better one.
I have a gift.
She really did have pretty eyes.
Well, maybe you can use them to look at this. And I'm going to produce that vial of bioluminescent creatures that I got from her little den as well.
Okay.
Oh.
I was going to ask her what this might be, what these might be. However, it looks like I have a request.
I'll see what I can find.
All right, friends, it's getting quite late. This feels like
Yes,
a nice
yes.
place to close this conversation.
After we subtly threaten each other.
Right, yes,
Just
exactly.
a couple of psychopaths having a chat.
That's right. Yeah, no, this is very normal. I really enjoyed it, in fact. But yes.
Flamingo, get the fuck in here. We got something to beat. We need to beat something.
We need to beat up something. Here, I got a gold coin for you, boy.
I need to stab some things.
Hey, you could work on his face next.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. You got to get that fixed, buddy.
I will say, when you re-examine the eye, I'd like you to give me another D6 plus your Spitfire.
Me or Doctor?
You, Nar.
Oh.
How's that?
Wow.
Wow.
Do I know way more?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Gosh, yeah. Hold on. Well, that does it. I feel like it should change things. Here's what I'll say for now. what I had in
Mhm.
mind with any success. When you examine the eye that last time, hold it up and really contemplatively stare into its depths. The iris contracts, and for a moment you can tell that it's looking back at you.
Oh.
That's all. For now. I'll see if there's more that you get for such a nice roll, but
Okay. Then in that case, he took the better one, as I'm assuming this is not the better one then.
right, the pristine one.
Mind if I keep this?
No. It's fine. Why?
Maybe a new tool.
I will cut you off here for now.
Yeah.
Let's.
I feel like we could go back and forth way too long.
No,
Oh,
I
yeah,
and
yeah,
listen, and I
100%.
would sit here all night because it's only not quite 9 here, but
Mm-hmm.
I have to be the responsible storyteller
It's fair.
and cut us
Fair,
off here.
100%.
So,
Yep.
thank you for being
Yeah, 'cause
very,
we could
very
definitely-
entertaining.
We
Yeah,
will
we could
have much
definitely-
more time to psychopath dish.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
excited as hell. We will pick up next time, essentially with a group conversation about where we're going, if we're taking off immediately, if we're
Right.
taking on the threat of the storm on the horizon or not. And then we'll see what happens from there. Meanwhile, if you have any questions for me, guys, and then, like I said, if I think of something else to add to that context to that eye for your role, I'll let you know. Otherwise, that's
Yep.
going to be it for us tonight.
Oh,
Wave
and,
goodbye. Oh,
Don't forget, since we have time now.
oh yeah,
I killed somebody.
that's right.
Okay. Well, I think I killed somebody. If I
That's
didn't,
also
Right.
very true.
For all intents and purposes, Nathaniel feels as though he killed somebody.
Correct. Yes.
so if I don't get a visit from death, I'm gonna know something.
You'll be learning all sorts of things.
Yep.
At the end of the next downtime, though, isn't that the way that works? I'll double check.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the downtime. That's why I'm telling you now.
Okay. Wave goodbye to the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out and then watching
Bye to
us play our
stream.
silly game.
Bye. Oh,
Thanks
we
for
were still
letting me
streaming.
be
Fuck. All
psychopath.
right.
Yeah, we should be back next week, I believe. It'll be the day after Thanksgiving.
Oh, Black Friday? That's
Yeah.
fine for me.
Yeah.
I don't have any issues with that.
Hey, shopping blackout, by the way. They're not supposed to shop for the whole
I ain't
Black
buying shit all
Friday,
week.
Cyber Monday bullshit. Yeah.
It's,
Yeah,
it's,
yeah.
Fuck
it's-
the billionaires.
Fuck the
I
corporations.
I just work for one. It's fine.
All
Well, we all in some way.
right. Good night, stream.